Hello and welcome to another Triad Gamer stream here on the Triad Gamer Media Network. I am Nick, and I am up early this Saturday morning. Probably not, probably up by now. Eh. I have caffeine to be awake this early, and I'll be playing in the Good Luck High Five tournament for Patreons. So if you want to do that, you should go check them out. I think their Twitch is the same. I really should have looked this stuff up ahead of time. Um, yes, they do. They mainly do it on YouTube and podcasts, but they do have a Twitch channel. If you want to go follow that, check them out. They are very fun, and we love watching them. So that's why we Patreon. First business to get through, Attison or Atassin. Feel free to correct me on either direction. Thank you so much for the follow. That was very nice. Early and right away, so I just wanted to call it out as an awesome thing. Um, Otherwise, other business that we generally mention in our streams, that you'll know if you've been here before, this isn't first rodeo. You can feel free to check out trygamers.com, which where you can find all of our archived content. It is a little behind, so I apologize. I need to get to work on that probably this afternoon to start getting some stuff scheduled and set and ready. But check that out if you want to see some of our content. Since I know that some viewers probably, whether you're watching live or on VOD, generally do not watch us if you don't watch us as much. Generally, we're variety streamers, so we play a lot of Stardew, Minecraft. I'm just blanking on it. Some arena, though. This has kind of been the most arena this monthly tournament that we've probably done on the channel as of late. Also, feel free to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at TryGamers. Twitter's the main one for sure. Instagram and Facebook is great if you just want a random highlight to pop up on your feed of me being stupid. I accept this, and I am, as the Lambert says, the Holy Lambert, I'm here for your entertainment. Apparently, I'm drinking to that now. So, for those that do not know, there's a Patreon tournament that is now the second. I don't know why you say monthly. I know annual would be annual, but the second month in a row of a Patreon tournament. This is a 100 card standard. So this is a beefy standard deck that's probably less reliable. It's probably a good time to mention that Good Luck High Five tournaments generally are not meant to be competitive. They are meant to show us some cool stuff and have fun, because their name is literally Good Luck High Five, or like have fun kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, just checking. I will be checking a lot of things. I apologize. I'll seem very distracted because I am checking a Discord channel in terms of chatting. I am checking a website where it's being run, and I am already easily distractible on camera, so this is probably a good thing. Oh, I think I caused a crazy thing now because yeah, because is Daxos really not a cleric? He feels like he should be a cleric, but oh no, he's a demigod. That's right. But he's so good. Okay, fair enough. This is where I remember what cards actually do instead of what I hope they do. Yeah. Speaking of that, let's check. I always gotta dance to that. I just love that song. So we did there. Domo Van Domington, thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to tournament prep. Sitting around. I was gonna play a game. I was thinking of playing a game, but then and I know I'm being distracted here yet again. But I was gonna. But I thought today. I know today Historic Brawl went live. I thought it went live early enough. I really don't play Magic this early in the morning generally, so I forgot that it takes a little bit for it to show up. So I was thinking, oh, we'll warm up with that and everything, and then it just wasn't there, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't really want to warm up with actual standard. Why would you warm up with what you expect? So that's kind of where I'm just sitting like that. But I'll show off my deck. So my theme is enchantments because for those that have seen me, especially on Tap.mtg, where I've been before on playing Commander, I do really love enchantment decks. They are fun. I like the idea of trying to play enough creatures in a deck where you don't expect to play a lot of creatures. So that's where this mess came in. Let's go ahead. Let's actually do the whole separation by creatures. That's where you'll see, yeah, there's there's not a ton of actual creatures, and most of them are enchantment creatures or things that care about enchantments at this point. Oh, Domo, you are also good luck to you as well. May you have draws that your deck are supposed to do, because it sounds like in the chat that a lot of people are, yeah, a lot of people are talking about how they may not put enough lands in it. I am probably the same because I just realized that I only have 25 lands, I think. Um, so I realized that this morning. I was like, I probably should have put more lands. Oh well. But yeah, especially in a I do have 4 colors, so that also could be an issue. Um, yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. This is gonna be great. Yeah, I probably should have put. I do have like ramp in here, and a lot of my enchantments draw me cards is a big part of it, so I think that's gonna be okay. But yeah, no, I probably should have put more in. Take out some, but there's just so many good enchantments like Shimmer Wing Chimera. I completely forgot about this card. But I feel like in this it'd be great if it's a slower format because I can just keep getting value off my stuff. Like I could play Felidar Retreat, which is fun. Like I can play. I'm splashing black for 2 things, by the way, because people be like, "Why are you playing black in this?" It's kind of interesting. Omen of the Dead to be able to get back a creature card. So like if I lose one of my good things like Contestant Champion stuff like that, I can use that to get it back for pretty cheap. Especially because I have a lot of black across my tap lands. And then Binding the Old Gods, recent, very big standard kind of thing. I just couldn't not put this in. I felt based on the removal. It also Doom Foretold is in this deck. I kind of forgot that I subbed that in at one point because I was feeling like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of enchantments out, so Doom Foretold is great because then I can just sack like the Omen of the Dead, for instance, or like Spectral Steel, which wants to go to my graveyard anyway, like stuff like that. So, because yeah, it just cares about sacrificing permanents that are non-land, non-token, so you can sacrifice enchantments. Worst case, I'm just removing something on their side. But yeah, Elspeth Conquers Death. I have a Teferi's Tutelage in there for some mill. I ended up putting in a Midnight Clock as well at one point in my building because I realized that I'm going to draw a lot of cards, and even with 100 cards, if this game goes long, or if I'm against rogues, because someone played rogues for some reason, yeah, no, this is not great. So that's why that's going on. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at what we realize is that there's no way to enter deck names anymore. But I will mention my deck name, just because some people do care. But oh, that was the other thing I was going to show is that I do actually have lessons in the sideboard, which in case you were like, why do you have a sideboard? I do have one card that I just wanted to include as a one of that does have learn in it, so I do have the potential to go get a lesson. It's literally one card in 100, so I really doubt it's gonna happen. But I felt like I had to play that because I just had to. Yeah, and it makes sense why they take out deck names for standard. I get it. Like it's one of those. It's like yeah, that makes sense. Like it's also like if you watch the big tournaments, you see all the archetypes. So that's the only thing that if you're choosing as a development team to develop certain things, you're going to develop the thing that the big tournaments care about because that's the ones that are generally people are watching or in or such. So I get okay. Let me go ahead. I need to correct my tweet. So 1 second here. I had a feeling that right away the what am I trying to say? Right away the I'd get the hashtag after I already posted my going live tweet. So let me go ahead and fix this and just copy it over. Yeah, because I can't actually edit tweets, which is this is maybe why I've never really done a lot of Twitter. Uh, but that is one. Let's see. Tourney. There we go. Yeah. GLHF tourney, right? That's what it was. The Chi 5 tourney. Yep. There we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Right, yeah. Did it go? Yeah, it went out there. Awesome. So, oh, let me guess. Someone's trying to make me famous. Yep, someone's trying to make me famous. I always like to check because you never know. It could be someone who just didn't realize and posted a link to like their stream also playing in this tournament, and like so I'm gonna check. But yeah, just people trying to make me famous. I feel like I'm already famous enough. It's enough time for sure. What is going on? They're talking about Ponza. I don't even know what Ponza decks are. I'll be honest. I don't know, but I expect probably pretty soon we'll be going live. It looks like we're still waiting for a bunch of people to check in. That might be why they're waiting for a few more minutes. Hey, Maria needs to check in too. Oh my gosh, Maria. I shouldn't be saying that probably out loud. But yeah, we need. Yeah, we're waiting. We're checked in. We're all good. Yeah, tournament has not officially gone in, but it is 9 o'clock, so it'll probably happen pretty soon. Trying to think what else. The other thing we could look at, just in case you are looking to play Historic Brawl, Omnath is fun, unshockingly. I kind of dipped into the Omnath train here, just out of a sheer just having a reason to want to do it. The 3-drop slot is, or this is 2-drop. 2-drop slot is horrific, because the whole idea is to just get a bunch of ramp, get Omnath out, and then start doing this whole land shenanigans. Which is why you see there are so many lands with different names, is because there is Field of the Dead in it, for the idea of finding Field of the Dead. At some point, I have played this deck like 5 or 6 times in the F&M one, and I did not get Field of the Dead in any of them, and I did not get what is it looking Scape Shift, which is not to that, which is kind of the point. I mean, it's a 100-card Historic Brawl, which I actually really hope they do implement, because it's basically 1v1 Commander at that point, just using historic-based cards, which I like to play Commander, so this is why this is my jam, you know. It felt very laid back. Like there were some decks I know, so I'm like, this feels like very good for 100-card, like, because you care about something. I can't remember. There's one that, but like generally you see the same people. You know, you still see Kindens, you still see Asikas, you see the same ones. So I'd like it this way because I think it would be I do like the 100-card one. It makes more sense. I know they obviously want to be careful because they don't want to put in a queue that requires a lot of cards and might mean that people don't do it, but I think they could pull it off. It seems like since a tournament plus what was it? It was an arena open and a historic brawl short time queue opened up and broke the client. I think it's okay. Like I think there's enough attendance, but we'll see. Now I'm just kind of stalling and chatting because I'm just like, maybe they'll kind of go around. I'll have to look at that link later, but where Ponza comes from, because I don't know. Okay, well, I mean, no, I shouldn't start a game. Starting a game would be very, very bad right now. I shouldn't do that. Other things I'll mention, just in case you don't play a live arena, whether you're watching this just for the tournament, you're watching whatever it is, there is Jumpstart open, which if you want just a fun thing to play out of nowhere, you can just kind of do that. I have not a great deck. I did put Devilish and Cats together, which kind of worked together, but not really. I mean, the nice part is obviously Sabertooth Mauler and the sacrificing of the devils work very nicely, if you can get it going. But this is a very fun queue. I do enjoy it.
New pairing received.
That means tournament must be open. Because, see, you can also hear that, which is why I don't intentionally do that, but that is something that goes on. Okay, so let's see. Oh no, I'm already looking at what the deck list is, and I love it, which means I'm probably going to lose this. But we are going to go ahead for the time being and switch to this screen, because I don't like to show off people's usernames on stream. So I hope you all understand that. I have to check into it, right? Yes, check into it, and then I get their username, and then I go to challenge. And I presume we're just doing 60-card challenge, best of 1, and coin flip. And then put this in and challenge with this deck list. Now the question, do I block it now? I do block it now. Okay, I actually might switch back then. I actually have not tested this because I haven't really gone into this kind of thing, but I do block the name. I totally did that intentionally. Yeah, in planning, obviously, I tested this with Belmont and we just figured it out. Yeah, yeah, totally. Uh, let's see. Oh, I was seeing who got matched up against Maria, and it looks like Singularity. Congrats. Yeah, I am up against now. I really do hope the person I'm against is actually named Willow Rosenberg. I like, isn't that the Buffy character's last name? Wait. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I don't know if they just put that in as a Buffy reference, but if you are watching, one, please don't stream Snape. Like, I mean, you can because my deck's not good enough to like shock you. Like, you probably can guess it, um, but like, love the name. Love the name. Let's see. Wait, why is it saying waiting and pairing? Wait, what? I had a pairing. I just checked into it. Wait, what? Oh, did they restart it? It's not actually a pairing? Wait a second. Do I have to cancel this? Oh, wait. What? That might not have been my pairing. Okay. 'Cause it suddenly went away. Yeah, hold on, don't start. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, problem was I have to be checking a Discord on only so much room on my screen, and I'm like, yeah, challenge match, best of one, 60 cards to let you do 100. Yep. But I do hope I get paired up against Milligan because I would love to be like, hey, is like that would be really cool if that was your name. Not gonna lie, like although they probably get it all the time, um, depending on their age. So I'm just watching all the chat. But yes, it looks like probably someone didn't make it in or something, because suddenly when we go back, everyone's checked in. So that'd be my guess. Although there's only 18 registrations now, which I thought there were 23 before. So I hope it didn't like kick out people because they weren't checked in. I don't actually know how that works, but I don't know. We'll have to see, but doesn't look like there's any matches or anything, so we're not going behind. We're just gonna sit and chat. It's just gonna be, oh, yeah. Johnny apparently wanted to cuddle, but you know, Alex is available. It looks like so. As long as he pauses his Stellaris, you should pause it. Don't just like let it unless you want it to like continue time. Oh, you do. Okay. I'm like, don't just. I mean, Johnny's awesome, but like, pause your game if you have a pause button. Do you want to come up here? We are waiting for a little bit. You can come up and cuddle. I'm sure they'd love to see you. Come up here. Come on. Come
New
sit.
pairing received.
Come sit on the Planeswalker symbol. Okay, now I have a new pairing apparently. Or I don't. Wait, what? Or I don't. Wait, what? Y'all heard that too, right? I'm not hallucinating this morning. Hi, mister. Oh, please don't move my mic, 'cause I want them to hear me. I've realized that in some VODs he moves my mic, and I don't go back to it. Does not look like there's a pairing, so I don't feel as bad about that. About not jumping right into it. Because I can't seem to find mine, at least. Yeah, okay. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, there's an issue currently right now where apparently Melee is not pairing some players. So they're just checking it out. Oh yeah, so I think what happened, and this is kind of a good thing to note in the future, but I think what happened is possibly what happened. Sorry, I'm also petting my kitty. This is a Johnny, by the way. Yes, named after the planeswalker of that name. Um, I think probably what happened is they started the tournament, and some people weren't checked in. Which, if you don't check in for a tournament, they're probably just gonna pair without you. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't think it would kick them completely because last time I thought people who had not checked in were not. But to be fair, I don't know because I didn't check. I don't think they had the check-in status before, so that might have been a difference. But my guess is yeah, that it kicked out some people. Yeah, so I think some people just didn't check in and didn't realize you needed to check in. Which I did not realize until like just randomly like the night before the last one, where it suddenly was like, oh yeah, you'll check in. Check in is 2 hours before, and so I of course got up early to check in, and then I realized I didn't need to. Hey. Oh, he's just so cuddled now. So we get the Adam challenge of not only having a janky deck, but also we have a cat. Hi. What's up? Yeah, I'm streaming this early. I don't stream this early usually. No, I don't. It's okay. We have a kitty. In fact, let's go to big screen for kitty. Hi. What's going on? Oh. Let's go like right here. Let's get the kitty. So if you want to see a kitty, look at that kitty. Look at him. He's so tired. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, you're on camera. Like this is on, but kitty, 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 goodness. Oh, no, we're not gonna attack the microphone. Don't do that. I want them to be able to hear me. See, because I have to put it closer and then like ruin all poor headset users. Like, not even going there. There we go. That's better. That's better. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh yeah, you're so cute. He's just looking. Oh, juice. Too much pets. Too much pets. Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, he just does this. Um, he just does this. He just sits and doesn't care. Just like, nope, I'm just gonna sit here. If I sit up, you probably can see him better. There we go. But he's also a chonker. You can see how much of the screen he fills. He's as wide as me now. Like if he stretches out, like you can see this. He's a big boy. Yeah, he's a big boy. Oh, cool. Megan figured it out. Awesome. So we will have actual pairings in just a minute. So thank you all for your patience. If you're watching in the morning, you're just here to see whatever hellish thing my deck does. Um, here, I'm gonna set you down now, okay? So then you don't get interrupted. There you go. Oh, you want to leave anyway. Oh, perfect. See, perfect amount of cuddle time. It's great. That's great. Okay, let's angle that back towards. Now that he's not swiping at it. We also might see Liliana come. That's why we do actually have the camera pointed this way. Is that sometimes they like to hang out on top of here. The windows are not open, so it's less likely, but. Just looking. Yeah, we'll go back to the other screen now for a little bit until I hear the pairings thing. We probably could have started the game now. Well, I mean, you don't expect technical issues, so as a result, like I didn't start anything. But let's see. What are we looking at? Oh yeah, we're back to 23 now, so that's good. So that's because I saw 23 earlier. So yeah, that was my guess. It's just basically for some reason people either weren't checked in by the system or something happened and they got kicked from it. I don't know. Who really knows what's going on? Who can say? Nope, we're not going there. We're not going there. Oh, is this my actual one now? Wait. We do have a pairing. Cool. It went back to my previous pairing, I think. We're at table 9. Okay. They both checked in. Okay, let me go ahead, like I said, hide the screen for a little bit while I get the challenge stuff in. No, okay. The UI is acting out, which is of course making me like, come on. There we go. Play. There we go. Now we can switch back. Things are blocked. Okay, confirmed. Okay, let's do this. So they are playing, the archetype they have put is Naya Mutate. It does look like it's a Mutate deck, so it's not just that they put the archetype. This is atrocious for us, so we're going to have to mulligan this. This is technically better. Oh, if I go get a green, I don't want to mulligan again, so... So we're going to go ahead and keep this. I think probably it's best to get rid of the Felidar retreat, because we're just going to need a lot of land to get there. But yeah, I think getting green makes the most sense, because we can't really play these cards until we really have green, so... Let's do this. Looks like they also mulliganed, possibly. Do I really only have 2 forests to fetch? No, this is probably a really bad deck design if I need, like, green for these creatures, and there's not much green. Oopsies. We're learning a lot today. Sego. Yeah, I put way few landed. Oh no, say go. This is what I expected to happen. Well, let's get rid of Eutropa, because that seems unlikely. Oh, I should have probably went for the 5, but... Yep, we're just gonna have to get rid of, I mean, all that glitter seems pretty unlikely right now, so we'll just have to discard that. So yeah, this is going to, I'm hoping this is not what it's gonna be every game, but I didn't test the amount of lands, and I'm realizing that 100 card standard definitely needs more lands than what I put in here. So, we gonna die. We gonna die. Oh my goodness, yes. I love their deck though. I'm going to go on record that I'm very okay losing to this deck. Like, This is great. They have five written in Sarah at this point. Oh my god. Okay, so I got something. Whew. I'm like, this is why I kept it though, because Nessian Wanderer, I can start putting down enchantments. Although I didn't get a white source, which is a little annoying, but I can start putting down enchantments and start looking for land. And this is the point: is that should be fine. But yeah, here we are. The only issue is I literally can't play my enchantments unless I find land. I probably should have not went 4-color on this. I should have probably just like loaded up lands with 2-color. I shouldn't have done Eutropa. I should have taken that out. Like, I should have had it a bit more focused, but holy, I just want to let this play out though. This is great. Like, Willow, if you watch this later, feel free to watch the craziness that becomes of this. Do I die at this point if I don't block this? Yeah. So I guess I block here and hope for the best. And get a Banishing Light, maybe? Good game. Like, oh, this didn't go well. This is a bad side. Apparently I need to mull for a lot better hands. Yeah. This is yeah. Nope. You could go full out. So that is how things apparently gonna be very quick rounds. That is a very good deck. That is a very, very good deck. So I did love that. That was a fun match. Even if I got destroyed in it, it was a fun match. It also was not going to be a good matchup for me. Like, they are very heavy creatures, go fast, Naya mutate. Where I am like, I want to play enchantments. Don't play many things, please. uh. So apparently we do want to tap land to start, generally. The thing is I can't edit my deck. Like, my brain is like, oh, go edit your deck and go fix it. But I'm like, nope, we've locked it into the tournament. Again, probably should have tested it. Like, testing the deck probably would have been better, but I am now realizing that yeah, I probably should test it and realize that I need to take certain out. Sorry, I'm just chatting with the But I guess the real question is, did Maria win? Because the whole thing behind it is, let's see, where is Maria? Oh, Maria had a bye. Oh, so she gets a free win, I think, with that. Which means that we are not currently being matched up with Maria unless we win a game. Last time she was not very high up on the list, so it was kind of like a, you know, one of those things where it was like, you know, maybe it won't. Something else I realized this morning is that yeah, I noticed this morning how many lands I was right. I was like, oh, whoops. So, oh, my light thing fell over. When did that happen? I missed that. It must have like just happened too. Okay, let me move some stuff around here. There we go. It probably got a little dark there for a weird amount of time. Sounds like there's some people who checked in who aren't actually around or something. I don't know what's going on. A lot of craziness happening. That's all I can say. But sure, yeah. If you want to do a quick practice match, Domo. I think they're just waiting on one person to have a match. Let's see. Yeah. Pairings will fight. Okay, so they're just fixing pairings. Yeah, let's go ahead. So let me go ahead, switch over to here. You could probably whisper on Twitch to me. I don't know, unless you are okay. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, I can't see your username in the app unless it's I think it has to be that way. So if you want to whisper it, I could go ahead and plug it in. Um, I'm fine showing mine off because mine is, or is on stream and other things, so like that's fine. So mine is this, basically. Um, but yeah, if you want to whisper it over or something, I am perfectly fine playing it. That's a great question. How do you whisper? Let's see. Let's see if this helps. If I whisper you first. Whisper. Maybe that will help if I whisper to you first. We'll try that. And to see that. But yeah, it sounds like there's some people who did not show up. So we'll have a full match of someone to play. Now, I'm already done. Apparently, a lot of people had very quick games. This is probably going to be a lot quicker than Historic Brawl, in fairness, just based on things. Let's see. Aha, there we are. Yep, you found it. Cool. So I'll go ahead. We'll challenge you off. But yeah, fair warning that my deck, yeah, we can do this because yeah, they can't see all of your username. It's just some of it. So that's good to test too, that some of it does show up. But that's not enough to actually be able to challenge someone. Yeah, my deck is lacking lands, as I'm realizing. But yep, once you challenge me back, Domo, we should be good to go. Oh, so I'm challenging the wrong person? Okay, I will change that then. 1 second. No, you're totally fine. I mean, we have time, so it's not changing much. That and then that, and then select that deck, and now try it. There we go. Now with lowercase. Let's see. So yeah, how our report's going. Let's see. Oh, there's still some people playing. Uh. Yeah, I probably should change it. Although I do like Killian. Story-wise, I feel like Killian got a bad deal. Not gonna lie, like he seemed pretty cool and just had a bad deal there. So I need to switch it up. I've had Killian for a while, so I probably just need to change it up a little bit at some point. 2 lands. That's good enough for this. Keep. I have such a low bar for my land base now. 2 lands, perfect. Because that's the thing, is that generally most of my hands should be fine with 2 lands. So that's why I'm fine with it. But look at that, in Indatha Triumph, we're doing something. I guess probably going white here makes the most sense, because of double white later. Although I don't have blue. No, I should grab blue here. Because then I have every color possible, even if I don't have a double yet. And then I can play Nessian Wanderer using the green from Indatha. Well, we're both slow decks, so that's cool. Oh no! Oh good, non-creature. Okay, Duress will not hit my Nessian Wanderer, which is my only play right now until I draw a land. Oh, they got rid of one of my Felidars. Interesting. Okay, now I think I go and I get double white. I'm drawing land. See, it is possible. That's the thing. Like, if I actually look at my possibilities, yeah, it's not a great chance of drawing land ever, so that's why I need to start with like 2 land. Although we did draw a 3rd land in a game, which is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Oh, this list is just atrocious to look at. Whoa, Sedgemoor Witch. What is going on? Is that 3 life to get rid of it? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make them lose that. I don't like them having that. Take the action, paid the 3 life. Got rid of my non-lands at the top, so that's good. And then I'll hit them for 1. Yeah, we're doing our deck design here. Although Midnight Clock, although it doesn't trigger a land thing, it will actually give us mana. So that's part of it too. Is that I have certain things that are like that could give me mana. I just need to get to them. No, that's my beautiful. Although I can get to Archon of Sun's Grace here in a little bit. Oh my gosh, we're drawing more land. This is crazy. Actually, I might as well just go into. I'll grab a green, and I'll put out Archon. Because then next turn I can put down Felidar Retreat, which will trigger Archon. Unless they kill it. Yeah, they killed it. I expected this. This is going to be a game of like, let's play and then go back. Oh, a Feed the Swarm. Oh, that's great. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's better to throw down Felidar Retreat before they... Because they can't... I hope they don't have another Feed the Swarm in their hand. I mean, this is a 100-card deck. You have to hope that they don't. I don't have anything necessarily to put my All That Glitters on, which is a problem, but I can start putting down Midnight Clock at least. Oh, yeah, their whole thing is casting spells to make pests and do all that. Yeah, I see what's going on. I see what's happening. At least Midnight Clock also gives me a mana sink, which is nice. I think it's better to just start this, honestly. Because the only way I'm gonna win is to actually be able to start doing something. But yeah, this deck is atrocious. I should have probably done a little better with it. Honestly, I had an idea and then I got greedy. That's what happened. Like, so if anything, look at my thing as maybe not being so greedy. Let's detect this. Ooh, Teferi's Tutelage. That's actually great. Because then I'll start milling them. Although the mill strategy is probably not going to help me win, but... Oof. All that glitter seems unlikely to... Oh, well, it could do something, though. So let's do this. Yeah, Doom Foretold will do something next turn, although it's not going to be enough. So I need something in addition to Doom Foretold. So I need a creature, honestly, is what I need. There are a lot of enchantment creatures in here, too, so it's not like it's crazy here, but... I don't know. Yeah, my deck's gonna do terribly today. So if you want to watch what my opponents do, you know. I think I'm also working off of Brawl life too when I was making this, which did not help. Just based on, oof, that's a lot of creatures. I need something. That is something. It's not great, but that is something. So I don't die this turn. Oh, I totally die this turn. They have menace creatures. Wait. What are they doing even? Oh, 'cause they have a bunch of odd. Good game. Yeah, their deck's way better. Not gonna lie. Removal will destroy my deck because I hope that people don't remove my stuff, but GG Domo, very nice. Yeah, I like that I'm getting my quest during all this because it's just play lands. That's why I didn't recycle it because I was like I'm just gonna play a bunch of lands today, so that's wonderful. But. Let's see. Like a lot of the discussion, is it? Well, thank you, Joe. That was the one thing is that like my deck lists from last month and this month have been not necessarily technically good, but they've been thematic, and that's all I care about. It is a fun deck if it gets going, but it's unlikely to get going. Honestly, what I should have done, and I considered this during my deck list stuff, was putting in trying to find some way to make something hexproof in a way, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work because like I wanted to do the whole Paradise Druid Sentinels like Boggles kind of idea because obviously Maria loves Boggles, but I couldn't figure out a way to make it work where you could make a Boggle in current standard enchantments. Like once Paradise Druid rotated, it was over on that. So you can do it in historic kind of, but tried cycling as a train wreck. Yeah, I see. The issue I actually had was that I thought like, oh, cycling would be interesting. I'm like, wait, I actually play that in standard rank, so I don't want to like. I have a deck for it that already I play enough to play in ranked, and so I was like, yeah, that might be a little too good, I guess, is the best way to put it. But I mean, cycling is fun now with Riel and with Ironcrag Pyromancer. Like, I completely ruin... If I get the Pyromancer and enough land going, I completely ruin aggro decks with the Pyromancers. Like, I have... I have seen it where I have taken down, like, the Lovestruck Beast with 2-3 damage hits, and I just start wiping their board basically slowly. And Riel just makes it better because you trigger the Pyromancer on your off turns because you just draw 2 automatically when you cycle. And so it's a cool tack that they've changed. I can kind of show that off actually. We got some time. Which one I use? I'm using this currently. I am stuck at gold 2, so keep that in mind when it comes to power level. But oh yeah, don't spend wild cards was definitely in mine too. I have a lot of enchantments anyway though, so it didn't change too much there. But so yeah, my deck list for currently for cycling, you can see it says June because I just made it this month. But yeah, the tech currently right now is Riel to be able to draw more cards every time you cycle. As you usually cycle on different turns because of Valiant Rescuer. That triggers Ironcrag Pyromancer to deal 3 damage every turn then. Excuse me, no matter what. And yeah, that's really the tech that's different, is these 2 cards in your 3 drops. Otherwise, you just try to cycle more, but there's so much removal on here, and you need to go so quickly. Or you need to go quickly still with these, but you also you need some long-term stuff. For like Big Green, for instance, is a good one that you kind of need long-term tech. Naya Spirits is a big one that you need the tech for, like just being able to kill things, because Naya Spirits usually is very low toughness. Against Winota, this actually doesn't do too bad. It's kind of a toss-up. Because, yeah, if you can get Pyromancer out, you can start killing all of their non-humans, which means they can't really do much, is the idea. And so, then they have a less chance of finding the Blade Historian, and, yeah. Riel just also gets crazy, because, you have so many spells, like, she can get up to 12 based on it, and then you play Zenith Flares and everything, like... Oh, and Memory Leak, I forgot about that too. She can get actually a really high power level, so if you remove your opponent's stuff, you could kill with 1 hit pretty easily. Yeah, that's my current tech with it. Only 1 tap land in it. That's mostly, I think, because I didn't have the all the pathways as much. I probably should revisit it to see if I can, because the pathways are just better in this deck, but for the choices. And you'll see the pathways. The pathways give you the option of having blue if you need it for certain stuff, so that's why it's pretty good on that. But the only issue with Fabled Passage, and that's why I might take Fabled Passage out, is just you can't fetch a blue, and so if you need a blue, you can't go get it based on how the deck land base kind of has to work. So that's the only issue there. How are we doing on... Yeah, my deck concept was build around Professor Onyx and don't spell wild cards. Yeah, I would really much like Professor Onyx to be in Standard and not have Emergent Ultimatum behind it, because like I want to play Professor Onyx, but it's like, but then you just play that deck, because why wouldn't you? And so I am kind of looking forward to a rotation here in a few months, just based on I think once Eldraine leaves, the Standard meta is going to shake up quite crazily, and there will be room to do those kinds of decks and try them out, whereas right now it's like, nope, can't do that, because if I'm getting to 7 mana to do stuff with Professor Onyx, I really should just have Emergent Ultimatum. So, definitely is something like I've noticed that. So that's why I'm still playing Cycling. And I know Cycling's going to go away, obviously, with rotation. Like, this isn't going to live for long. But the hope, obviously, is that I have enough cards in the current Standard to be able to then at least make some deck. The recent budget deck, actually, that I found, which I think is very interesting. I think it's fairly budget. I mean, you don't have to necessarily have the rare and mythic cards in here. It's probably pretty good to do so, but yeah, I mean there's 1 mythic, because if you don't do the rare lands, so if we take that out, because you never need to do the rare lands, you have Riel as a mythic, and you have 1 Storm's Wrath as a rare, and everything else is uncommons and commons, I realize. So this is actually a fairly good budget deck. The whole point of it is to dump a bunch of spells in your graveyard and then play a very large experimental overload to get kind of just a bunch of it, or have a big Riel, whichever one, and then try and copy that experimental overload with Dual Strike, which I completely forgot this card was in Kaldheim, not gonna lie. When I saw the card initially, I expected it to be from Strixhaven, but it has Fertile, which is very Kaldheim. So this card, there's going to be some copy spell things in Standard once Eldraine rotates. Like, I've just noticed so many copies. The fact that I'm terrified of Tasha's Hideous Laughter, that is going to be in Adventures of Forgotten Realms coming up next month. There's going to be some Izzet spells. I mean, I would be shocked if there was not. I mean, we are losing Sprite Dragon in that archetype, but I think some Izzet, you put Galazeth in there, you put Goldspan Dragon in there. I see there definitely being a very strong red-blue deck where you're copying big spells. Because there's Dual Strike, there is Teach by Example. If you wanted to go Tamer spells, you could then also add in Double Major, which is also a copy. Like, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans like that. So I do see that being an archetype. But either way, basically, yeah, you have like board sweepers. But the other thing you also can do is, let's say you get an experimental overload and you still can't attack. You have Kazul's Fury and Fling in order to deal damage to things, probably their face at that point. You also have Blitz to to remove things. So this is another reason you want to dump a bunch of spells into your graveyard. But yeah, there's Seize the Spoils, which I didn't realize existed, but I love it. Just as a general thing. You have all of your where's the other one? Cathartic Reunion, which is great, which you have 4 of. You have 4 of all the discard stuff. The nice part is if you copy these, you only have to discard the card or cards once, and then but you draw double. And so this is actually very nice to copy as well if you really need some cards. Like you can get 4 cards and 2 treasures out of this for 1 discard. So, and generally you have something foretold. So it's just 1 red mana to do it. So I have been enjoying this. So okay, channel up. Okay, so I need to link my deck list. Okay, so let's go click on my deck. So yes, if you are watching from the tournament, we have had a call to go and in Discord add your deck list to the what should I say? Add your deck list to the thing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My brain's not quite working this morning, which is great. So I need to go into here. How do I? Here we go. Deck list submission. So if I open this up on the side. Okay, I love the deck list I just noticed existed. This is great. The person that just came up, so they're gonna destroy me probably, but they are a little slower, so there's a chance. Let me go ahead and just add this to this one. Okay, there we go. Pairings are up, so let's go play some. It's not making the noise anymore, I noticed, when things shifted around, but we'll go ahead. Nice! Oh, congrats! You got paired up with Maria. Congrats on your prize, because I know you get a prize for that automatically, so congrats on that. May you have a good showing to be memorable. That's what I always hope for, is just be memorable enough to them to show off, kind of like, hey, look how cool. Because, like, I don't often play, I don't often or at all play people in tournament, who play actual legitimate tournaments. So for me, like, if I get paired with Maria, I'm like, awesome! Like, this is great, but I don't expect much out of it. Okay, so I don't think we can keep this hand, because if I've learned anything, I need to have 2 lands in my hand. So we're gonna mulligan. This is also tempting to keep, but again, we don't have enough. We don't have enough. The right land probably is the best way to put it. Because if we got a second one, I think I could pull it off. But oh, they're also mulliganing, so that's great. Mulligan once more. Haha! Keep 5. Okay. So Cultivate probably makes sense to keep. Starnheim Courser makes sense to keep because if we get a white, let's see. Which one are we less? We're less likely to do anything with Fall the Imposter. And less likely to do anything with probably Dryad. Well, Dryad is an enchantment, though. We'll put away all that glitters for now. And we'll try it with 5, because I am silly with my land base. Well, they're scrying to the bottom, so that's a good sign. We do have to draw 1 land to do anything with our deck, but at a mull to 5, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I probably should just keep this at this point. First day of class. Wait, what? Don't they? Are they just casting it for the spell and learn maybe? Oh, to get their to get that. That makes sense. They're because they must be stuck on lands too. Which hey, I expected to pair against a couple people that also made probably the mistake I did in terms of land. Oh, maybe not. They just wanted the spell. I don't know why they just didn't play Sprite Dragon for that one. We have 3 lands! We can cultivate! Plains and plains. Put one of the plains on the field. We have 4 colors! My deck did something. I mean, it's just the land base, but it's a starting point. That's the important part. I don't have any enchantment focus, but let's put a plains down. Let's put some Startime Courser, just as something that generally exists. And then we don't actually need Dryad as much right now, so I'm just gonna put down Teferi's Tutelage. So I think I'm gonna. Ooh. I think. Oh, now I don't want to discard anything. That's the problem. I think I'm gonna put away Shimmerwing. I don't think this is. Well, Shimmerwing's better than. I'm gonna put away Dryad actually. It feels really weird, but I'm like, I don't. I think it's better to have Shimmerwing to be able to bounce things to my hand. I should explain that at some point, why that song plays, but Planet Pun Kick, I presume Pun Kick, I'm gonna go with that. Thank you so much for following today. Okay, so yeah, oh, that's a double wipe. I don't think we can do that. So we're gonna do this first. We're not gonna get the Archon off right away, but I think it's okay. Ooh, Doom Foretold is very good against this one right now. Let's leave the one up for Alciad. Hello! You're watching me play a very extremely dank deck. Oh! Hello to Robo Centaur as well. Thank you for following. Thanks for hanging out this morning. This is where I show that why I don't generally stream Magic Arena as much. Oh no, that's a lot of triggers. I don't know if I like that. I don't like all the triggers. Oh, they're bouncing it to my hand? Okay, I'm okay with this. I think I'm probably gonna take the 3 from Sprite Dragon. Yeah, like I don't think it makes sense to block now. Yes, I'm hoping that this is gonna be an awesome game. That's my plan. We're gonna see what happens. I don't need any other greens. I think Destiny Spinner here makes the most sense to draw a card. See if we can find land. Honestly, throwing down Doom Foretold just makes sense here, I think. Because I'm okay to sack things, and I kind of want them to start losing some of their stuff. Oh, especially if I get this, because then I can go get a blue. Oh my gosh, this is what my deck's supposed to do! This is the point, it's actually working. Yeah, I have no problem putting out Teferi's Tutelage now. My deck is online! We're gonna discard a Shimmerwing. I don't think I need more than one. I'm gonna attack with a Cetessan. I don't think they're gonna want to take 5, but they kind of have to. Okay, so the question is, which one do they get rid of, Sprite Dragon or Archmage? Because they have to sacrifice one of them, and both of them are good for the deck design, which is why I wanted to get down Doom Foretold as quick as possible. So splashing black has worked, because Doom Foretold helps me out immensely here. I'm also okay to lose my Startime Courser at this point, so I might just do that to like relieve damage if it gets too large. Ooh, they're bringing in Lutri. Oof. So they want to copy something. They didn't attack, interestingly enough. I would think they'd want to, because they're going to lose their Sprite Dragon. Unless they have something with Flash for, like, 1. I am going to sacrifice my Alciad, because to be fair, I have 2 Alciads in here. Let's put down the Conundrum, which will draw us a card. Okay, I can get back something if I want to. I can play an Alciad. I probably should have went Archon there, but... So this is obviously the one time my deck's gonna pop off, though. Oh, oh, she's playing. Wait, Archon. Is she playing Archon of Sun's Grace? Like, is she also doing an enchantment deck? Because that would be hilarious if so. So I got 9 trample coming at them. This is great. My deck is doing what it's supposed to, and that's the point. Like, let's play one more. Actually, one more Ulseid. I didn't even notice that I could do that. Let's use. I don't think I'm gonna mill them. Oh my gosh, I have one more land. And then end turn. And also Felidar Retreat. Okay, so she's playing the refined version of my deck. I'm playing what I find the most fun part of the deck, which is just play all the enchantments. Like, just play all good 4-color enchantments. But yeah, my deck has popped off. I might actually win a game here. So, you know, this is what we expected my deck to do. This is what we were chatting about earlier. Like, oh yeah, it's a fun deck. This is what it's supposed to do. I'm supposed to draw 1,000,000 cards. That's the point. They might have something to deal with this, but I'd rather just attack. Worst case, I flash out Omen of the Dead for like an extra counter on Setessan, but like, yeah, this has trample, so like, ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them about their draws there. And this just because it's kind of thing. I won one game. Now I can lose for the rest of the tournament with one land. Yes. I was greedy with my land base. Harmonious Archive. Oh, with Felidar Retreat. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the whole idea would be then that you ruin out. Oh, that's a cool concept. I like what she's doing. I'm going to be destroyed by it probably. Well, actually no, because what? Setessan Champion puts counters on, so like I don't care if it's base 1/1 instead of 1/3. It's still going to be huge. So yeah, go white tokens though is definitely rough. But hey, we're on the board now, you know? Let's see how people are doing, because maybe we can sneak in something else during the time. Let's see. Yeah, we have a lot not reported. Okay. So that's a cool thing at least. Oh, they're looking for people who are streaming. Oh yeah, Planet Punk. Hi, you found me with the streams. Nice. But yeah, I am one way to watch. I don't know if I am the best person to watch, so feel free to leave if that is not the case. But I am one person who is streaming, and that much I can say. Um, let's see. Oh, Domoton. I love it. I'm seeing like your Domo name all over. It's bringing me flashbacks because Domo used to be such a big thing, and I love it. Um, hello, hi. No, honestly, thank you for joining. Like, the reason I stream this is more just one. I think people watching me be silly with decks is just entertaining. Two, we really don't have a lot of Magic Arena content, honestly, and I would love to do more. Like, if I get the bug to do a lot more, I'll probably start doing more. I've done drafts and things, but not general gameplay. Generally at the end of the day, what I want to stream is just relaxing and something that's not going to be competitive, and that's why I end up with Slime Rancher and Stardew Valley lately. But definitely, yeah. Sorry, there's people moving behind me. I'm confused. Um, but yeah, no, I think this is. But yeah, so this deck we've learned is extremely inconsistent. It can go really well or it can go terribly. And so we're gonna see which ones we get during this. Now, one thing I've noted is just Maria is currently I think 2-0, which means that because it's all based on deck archetypes. Oh no, so there's not names in the archetype breakdown. There we go. There's names up here. So yeah, I will. Oh wait, no, she did. Why did Shores? Oh, she did lose the game. Oh, they must have had to repair. So I am technically in the right spot to pair with Maria now. I think, as far as I understand, because she'd be 1-1, as far as I'm understanding. So that could be a thing. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we could just jump into something. Yeah, I'll show off this Is It Without Phoenix deck. The reason I call it Without Phoenix, in case people are curious, I can always just concede this worst case. It's just play Q. But the reason I call it Is It Without Phoenix is for those that were around for the last Ravnica block. Is It Phoenix is a deck archetype, and it's still actually a deck archetype around. We actually saw it in the championship for Historic. So it's basically the idea that you generally want to get those into your graveyard and cast enough spells to do things. This kind of follows that theme, which is why I consider it. I think I can pull this off. It's all red spells, and I have 2 red cards. I need to probably play Spike Field Hazard first, unless they play... Oh, I'm first, aren't I? Yeah, I probably have to play this tapped, knowing full well that Blitz could do something in the future, maybe. Oh wait, no, Kazdil's Fury. I almost missed this one. Play that one tapped, so that I can keep my Spike Field up if I need it. Otherwise, I'll just foretell Dual Strike and try to set up for Seize the Spoils later to be able to, discard something. Because we don't probably need 2 Blitzes, in fairness. Probably not something we need. They don't really have anything. That would make me presume it is something that Crush the Weak would want to play against. So, I think it's better to do this just because we're not going to be playing Crush the Weak next turn, so I'm not worried about foretelling it now. I'd rather get the Dual Strike online just in case. Yeah, this is definitely going to be something where I will actually play this here, knowing full well that I can't copy it or anything, but... Okay, let's see. I'm kind of trying to keep up with messages and things. Mysterious Pathlighter, okay. Things entering with counters. I'm not a huge fan of that, but you know. My turn. Okay, I have more mana. Good. Honestly, I do want to foretell this now, and then just pass. Because the nice part that you can do, and I did not realize this until it, is that Crush the Weak is also 4 or less mana cost, so you can copy it and basically for 2 mana here after foretelling. So it's more obviously with the foretell, but you can have basically Storm's Herald, but doesn't hit Planeswalkers, or not Storm's Herald. Storm's Wrath. What is that card now? Oh my gosh. Storm's Wrath. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. That sounds right. Blossoming Sand. They have a lot of life gain, I've noticed, unless it's just the lands I had available, but they're going to attack me, I presume, yes. I mean, Seize the Spoils, if it draws me a land, does put Blitz online to kill Pathlighter, but I'm not sure if that's enough. But I do want them to play something here if I'm going to play Crush the Weak next turn, so there is that. Oh yeah, it sounds like Willow, our last matchup, also had a lot of that. I really do hope that that dog and cat deck, honestly, I think will do quite well in this tournament meta. Like, I think oh, they didn't play anything. Okay, I'm fine with this. I just am confused. So honestly, I think if they're not gonna play anything, we're gonna do Dual Strike followed by Seize the Spoils. We're going to discard and negate because I think they're playing a creature deck. And we're just going to draw a bunch of cards and get a bunch of treasure. And I could foretell with the treasure, but I'd rather just end the turn and keep Blitz up in case there's something really scary. They're not doing anything, which means I might just kill the Pathlighter this turn. Oh, wow. Fair enough. I'll take the win. At this point, wins today are just gold, so I've already finished my weekly stuff because I did realize that I am very close to the Mastery Pass, and so I wanted to make sure I was going to get what I wanted. So you can tell I've already finished that, but I'll just get stuff. Oh, the store's open too. Let's check this. Garrick, of course, Huntmate, not so much. Cast an Artavale. Yeah, I don't play enough Historic because it's about to rotate, so I already have all of these. And of course I have the enchantment ones. Not shocking at all. I love enchantments. Love them so much. I really should actually grab, in case people haven't seen it, I do have a Tuvasa deck in Tapped Out. So I could show that off in case people are curious. I need to rework it. It's a bit old of a list now at this point, but it will get you the idea of generally my Bant Enchantress Wiz. So feel free to check that out, especially if you're a Commander player. It's nothing crazy tech. It's just Tuvasa and good enchantments that care about enchantments, but that's obviously how it can go. How are we doing on reporting? We are waiting on one deck, it looks like, and it's Azorius midrange versus Jeskai Control. Oh, that game's gonna go for a bit. Whew. I think in last tournament there was another one that was like that, where it was like, this is gonna be a while. Oh, love it. I'm just... Oh, and then, yeah, so the Historic Brawl Fest is up. So we can actually play this. Yeah, I'm going to obviously do it. We can actually play this on off times now. So we do have the option to play that during breaks. For those that don't know, basically Historic Brawl is a 100-card now. So it does say a 100-card Brawl deck with any cards in Magic Arena, not just Standard. There is a list of banned cards. I'm not going to necessarily go through them right here, but... there's not actually a ton banned, considering Historic and some of them. They actually unbanned, in case you want to build a deck around this. I have not yet, but they have unbanned Winota, in Historic Brawl, I'm gonna be very specific there because it's not unbanned in Historic, yeah, it's not unbanned in Historic, I believe. And then Golos. And Golos is the one that shocked me more, honestly, out of those, because there is a lot of things that can enable Golos to do crazy stuff. It's basically like what Emergent Ultimatum does, but on steroids at that point, because your opponent doesn't pick which one to shuffle back in, but you cast all three for free. Um, for an easier mana to get, honestly, if you're playing 5 color. So I probably will get a Golos deck together or try to find a list to play it at some point during this. But if you're looking for which card styles are around, Despark is the first one. We have Lightning Helix, Electrolyze, Growth Spiral, which I really like this Growth Spiral, so I actually really want to get that one. It's very pretty. And Putrefy. The Electrolyze is also very pretty. I like that one, based on them. They're all very cool, so that's the thing. But those are probably the ones I'm going to use the most anyway, though, just based on colors. I wonder if my Finn Brawl deck works 100 cards. That is fair. It's hard to tell, because the thing is, as a commander player, my brain was like, oh, I'll probably know what to do, but there's not... Like, you have certain staples when you play Commander of like, oh, these are probably good cards to go get for ramp to get things, but those cards don't all exist yet on Arena. And so building a deck that works is actually kind of weird, because you're doing some basically Commander, because it's a restricted Commander pool of cards, basically, because it's still a 100 card, it's singleton, you have a Commander. Like, it is their version of 1v1 Commander at this point. But the historic card pool is so weird that like I can some of the cards you end up playing, I can show it off because we're still waiting for pairings, I think. Yeah, I still have the same pairings. Is basically like you end up playing some stuff that is actually really cool. So like obviously Gross File is a thing that's played a lot in it. But when it comes to then like how you do removal, it gets a little weird, because there's certain removal that's like, oh, I would totally do this removal in these colors. Like you play things like Veil of Summer, which I wouldn't play in a deck usually, but it does possibly draw you a card or protect from removal, so it's kind of good there. Like I remember it being banned, but I don't remember it necessarily doing anything crazy outside of like the Oko deck stuff. You play stuff like that's a good one also. Like in a deck that cares about lands, you play Shark Typhoon, mostly just because you can create a shark out of it and it draws, but there's probably things that draw that would be better for lands in, actuality. Like I threw an Escape to the Wilds, for instance, like because it's like, well, you can, you're putting out a lot of lands in here. That's the idea. Like you play Sakama in an Omnath Locus of Creation deck because why not? It's a big creature, like it's that kind of stuff where you probably wouldn't generally do it, but you can be a little greedier because there's not a huge card base anymore to worry about. It's just your historic card base. So, like Into the North, for instance, I'm playing just because it finds you a land at sorcery speed. It's not that great of a card, but it finds you a land for 2 mana, which helps turn on Omnath, even though there's probably better things to do for that, but... like this deck is not necessarily bent on... This is bent on Omnath's second. Oh, I'll get it. 1 second. Let me untime you out. Yes, you do want to be careful. We do have a lot of people coming in and doing links that are spam, unfortunately. So let me go ahead and go to... I think I do it in just chat. Let me do it. Unban and... There we go. Now you can do it again and put that message through. Otherwise, I can post it too, Domo, if you want. But you are now unbanned. Yeah, just be careful with links. Definitely feel free to check me out. There we go. Yeah. So you had your second place finish at the last. Oh, you were one of the ones that the mono whites. Oh no, you had that's finished. I think we played last tournament too. I just don't remember. For some reason, I don't remember your username, so I apologize on that. But I feel like I did play against Finn last tournament. Let's see. No, maybe I didn't. Okay, so I'm looking at your rounds and we didn't play. Okay. I felt like I played against a Finn deck, but it must not have been your Finn deck. There must have been multiple of them. Let me check that. Um, was there more than one like Finn deck? Because I thought I lost to poison at one point, but I could be very wrong. Maybe I just saw your deck list and was like, that's awesome. Let's see. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm just. I remember seeing it. Oh, there was another black-green death touch. Okay, it wasn't just me. Cool, cool. Because that was my. I remember losing to one. I was like, why did we not chat about it? But no, that makes more sense. So, yeah, that seemed really good last tournament actually, because many people did not expect the aggro. I think so. That was I think a very good reading of the meta, if that makes sense. Yeah, mono green was faster. In that one, the mono red was the winner, which was weird to me because I was like, or not mono red, mono white. Because I was like, everyone talks about how mono white is bad in Commander. But I'm like, but in historic cards at least, mono white aggro was pretty good. And in the top four, there were two decks, and then yeah, there was two Golgari. So yeah, I mean that seemed pretty good. A lot of elf decks still made it through, kind of thing. Mine last time was the one that won best deck name. So in case you're looking it up, mine was the Gate Gatsby. So that was I came in tied for almost dead last because it looks like most. Oh no, actually, oh duh, there's more standings. That's right. I went 2-4, so I was able to at least pull off a couple wins. I did actually get one win with Maze's End. So if you want to go back, there is the VOD still of. I believe we've posted the VOD. Ooh. Now I'm not sure if we posted that VOD. One second. I can look it up on my screen without people seeing it because you're looking at the game. I don't know if we've actually posted that VOD yet. It should be up soon if it's not posted though. So, 1 second here. Let me check my checklist here. Oh, we have not posted it yet, but it should be coming up soon. But yes, I did win by Maze's End. One time in one of the games. I can't remember which matchup it was, but it was definitely something that was interesting. Let me look at my deck because I think that will tell me if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think that was in round 3 against the Tezzeret deck, if I remember correctly. 'Cause I think the first one I got, I think, was just based on the fact that you can have very large creatures in Gates decks, and I happened to just have better creatures at that point. But yeah, I won in round 2 and 3. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I gotta get rid of some of these stuff. How are we doing on stuff? Okay, they were still playing the Jeskai control versus the Azorius mid range. Because I was like, oh, let me check. Maybe they just didn't report it. It's like, no, they literally have said in the messages they are still playing. So let's go ahead. I mean, we're already waiting, so we might as well go ahead and just jump into this. I mean, the tournament's still moving quite quickly. We're on what we're finishing up round 2 in about the same amount of time as it's the 45-minute rounds in my head when I was kind of figuring it out. So Field of the Dead right away. Keep. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit to get Arcane Signet, but we have a Mystical Dispute up. Oh, and someone's playing Golos. Yeah. I was like, I hope somebody does play it. Like, you would hope at this point, but. I think it's better just to do Command Tower to have Mystical Dispute up. I don't think they're going to do anything with blue this early, but Temple of Triumph, that seems pretty good right now. I don't think we want Agent of Treachery yet, so we're going to put that away. We are going to shuffle the library with Evolving Wilds, which is why I'm not as worried about having everything set, but just in case they have land destruction, I want to put Field of the Dead out yet. We're definitely going to play Arcane Signet, and then I think we're going to do Evolving Wilds just to make sure we go get, this is blue-red, so we'll go get a green. So we have all the colors in lands that's not Command Tower or Arcane Signet. Because that would be pretty important. I probably should have went and got something else because I have a green and blue in hand, but this is blue or red in hand per se. But we're getting Omnath next turn, which is nice. We actually are getting really close to Nezahal, which is interesting. Oh, see, that's rude. That is rude. To Binding the Old Gods, my Arcane Signet. Oh my. Actually, I might just get it back. Yeah, let's go ahead and do red, blue here to kind of do some other colors. I'm gonna pull it back. I don't even care. I'm just like, no. You destroy my Arcane Signet? Like, what kind of monster plays on an Arcane Signet? So, I have the colors for Omnath now, like, pretty easily. So, Chromatic Lantern. I really probably should have that in this deck, but oh well. Let's go ahead. Let's play Omnath now. I think that makes the most sense. We'll go ahead and... Don't really... having mana open might not be a bad idea. So let's do this, because if they play a blue spell then, I can just Mystical Dispute it. They're probably going to play Golos. Oh, or they're going to play something that's just going to exile my creature. That works too. Yep. That'll do it.
That was an easy job.
Yeah, they're going crazy on the land for sure. Fila does how many? It's 7, so I don't want to do it yet. So we're going to do this. We're going to play the Arcane Signet. We're going to play the Llanowar Elves. And we're going to throw Alrund's Epiphany into the exile zone. There we go. See, we're being productive. We are being productive on this. Prophetic Bridge. Mystical Dispute will not stop this. Because they have, what, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 open. Maybe I make them do it anyway. I don't think there's going to be another time to do it. So I want to make sure that, like, if they do it, they spend the 3 mana on it, knowing full well they have the 3 mana, but... Ooh, Alendra in Historic Brawl. That is actually really, yeah, vampire stuff. That'd be fun. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be killing Incubation Druid, so, I mean, that's cool and all, but... they can't counter this. Is it good just to get this down because they're doing so many... I don't know. I'm going to put down Feel the Dead first, because that's going to get me that. Maybe I just play Alrund's Epiphany now? Because that's going to allow me to kill Kaya. No attacks. Draw a card. I have 2 mana up at this point, so I think I'm going to do this, and we're going to choose probably green. We don't have a ton of green, actually, weirdly enough. And I'm just going to get Kaya down to a point where, you know, she's not that bad. Oh, Realm Cloak Giant. That's actually not the worst, honestly. Because that actually... Does that... The cards go back, right? Yeah, the cards go back. Because that can't destroy. I mean, if it bounces right now, it's terrible. But I don't really want them to cast that. That seems really bad for me. I don't like that. Unless they have a negate for this. Oh, no, they've Dispark. Okay. That's actually fine, honestly. They still don't get Turn Timber, so... Can I play this again? I totally can. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it. Because you just draw a card. It's great. Let's get rid of Kaya, because I don't like Kaya existing right now. I really don't like the Prismatic Bridge existing either. Oh, Jin Kataxis, that's bad. Oh, and Liliana. Yeah, this is a Super Friends deck. See, This is what I love how they haven't played Golos yet. Like Golos is meant to take all these out for free, but they have Prismatic Bridge, so you know what's the point? I could kill this Rumcloak Giant, but then it bounces to their hand, so I think I'd rather just put a zombie in front of it because it doesn't have trample. And they have a Lotus Cobra. Fair enough. No pairings or anything, right? No, I don't think so. Nope, same pairing. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Thriving Teeth tapped, and we'll get a blue, because I think I'm going to need a lot of blue for upcomings. We'll play this. We're just going to fetch that one out. And that allows me to Sublime Epiphany to bounce this to their hand, make a copy of Cavalier, and have me draw a card. Put that onto the field. Can I play Omnath? I can currently play Omnath. I think I'm going to. So how much damage am I doing? It deals damage to target equal to another elemental. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. Who do I want to hit? We'll just do it to Liliana. That seems pretty good. We'll go next. We'll attack with the birds in the air, because I don't want to lose anything. This game is ridiculous. I love it. Paradise Druid. I'm very okay with that being it. Because yeah, it just reveals from the top and puts something down. So. That seems really bad for me. All of my stuff dying. Uh-oh. When it dies, put something on top of my library. What do I want to put on top of my library? Kiora Besta Seagun, maybe? And Nissa? When did I mill those? I don't remember that. I mean, I have a lot of life from the Omnath, so it's not the worst thing right now. Oh, all results are in? Awesome. That's fair. I mean, this game's gonna be done pretty quick at this point. It's probably just better to throw down the Cure Best of Sea God, because that threatens the fact that I'll steal the Prismatic Bridge from them. So they have to get rid of it, or I will take that away. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, because I don't want to crack the Fable Passage until I have Omnath out. Okay, they're not getting great things from their Prismatic.
New pairing received.
Oh no, what's the pairing? Oh, it's the Jeskai control. Oh no. Okay, well we're gonna go ahead and concede here, because I doubt I'm winning that. Let's be honest here. That's not happening. But it was a fun game. See, that's the thing. Is I'm gonna play that not because I'm necessarily gonna win, but because I'm gonna enjoy playing those decks. Like that's where I like to play. Oh, and I played enough lands where I did get a mastery, so we'll deal with that in a little bit. But y'all can pick which one I'm gonna pick out of my remaining choices, because I don't really care as much about my remaining choices. Select the deck and challenge. Okay, this is not great. So I think we're gonna mull it right away. What I needed to do was try to put more of those spell lands in, but they were an enchantment, so my brain was like, no, we're not going to. But yeah, this is the hand. I was trying not to show it to y'all, but here we are. Mull 2 Triomes. That's perfectly fine for my deck. Because it's control. We're going to go ahead and do this. I think this is a good one. I don't think Rune of Flight makes a difference on these, so it's better to get this down, start playing enchantments. Ruined Crown is great because it searches for an enchantment and puts it onto Ruined Crown. So it's very good in that respect of trying to get exactly what I need, and best case is that I start drawing other Ruined Crowns eventually, although I just put one on the bottom of my deck, or other Rune of Flight. Although this shuffles, doesn't it? Yeah, this shuffles my library, worst case, so. So I can always just shuffle up my deck, go find what I need, throw it on here, and then if I get more of them, I can just put it on the Ruined Crown, and they have to have artifact removal, which, in a 100-card standard deck, I don't think there's going to be a ton of artifact removal. Their colors do have artifact removal, but I don't expect much. But, yeah, let's see. Yeah, Maria and I are both 1-1 though, so if we have the same results here, we have another chance next time of being paired up. But Bone Crusher Giant, ooh, just hard cast. I like it. They tapped out, so they couldn't counter my Wanderer. Not that they probably would, but I do need to start getting some lands though. So if they kill this Wanderer, I guess I just play Wanderer again. But actually, if I get 3 lands, and this is a nice part of Ruined Crown, where I probably should put more in, honestly, is that it doesn't care what colors of mana I have, which is very important in this deck. So I can go ahead and kind of find what I want. Because Archon, for instance, we can't play that currently. We don't have any white source. We can't play Doom. We have no white source. Discard. Okay, so they're going to discard something to kill my Nessian Wanderer, I presume. Oh yeah, they discarded an Ultimatum. So yeah, that will definitely kill my Wanderer. That is very dead. But yeah, I would love to draw a land here, but to be fair, odds are not that I'm going to draw a land. That's why I have the Wanderers. Nope. Play a Wanderer. Oh, do they have Frostbite? Because if they have Frostbite, I'm in very much trouble. They're sticking at something. I don't know what they were sticking on there. It might be Shock, in fairness. If it's Shock, then we're actually okay. Oh, they have Frostbite, don't they? Yup. My opponents always have the Frostbite when they need it. It's on record. I guessed it for a while there, but, you know, what can you do? What can you do? So I'm probably dead in this matchup. I have no way to get rid of the Giant. Okay, at least I have a 3rd land now. And I can play this at least. Maybe I'll get a 4th land if I'm lucky, and I'll bind the Old Gods onto the Giant. And that will ramp me. Maybe? Oh, I'm so dead then. Yeah, I would have to draw a land. Because Ruined Crown will not save me. So I need the land for binding the Old Gods to kill the other Bone Crusher Giant. Because, yeah, this doesn't care about abilities. Yeah, it's just target with spells. So this goes in and then targets it, which is fine. Dryad can block, which will keep me alive for the time being. But, yeah, this matchup is very bad for me because they just remove the things that allow me to do my stuff. So I don't think there's anything that can save me at this point in my deck. I'm trying to think what because yeah, all of these cards, only one of them can be played. So yeah, I'm dead, but I'm hoping to play like one more thing. Oh, or I'm just dead from that. Wow. Good game. I mean, I gotta give it to them. Yeah, I'm dead. But yeah, I didn't end up getting more I had 2 enablers, so in fairness, my deck was doing what it was supposed to. It just was hard countered. Very aggressively. So, I never hope for people to lose, but I kind of have to hope Maria loses here now. Who is Maria playing against? Mono White Boggles? Is that actually... No, it's not actually Boggles. That's what they said. They don't worry about their Boggle deck name. Gotcha. I mean, it is... What is that? 4... Wait. There's a Genesis Ultimatum. There's a Is there any black? That's what I can't see. No, so this is 4-color adventures with Goldspan? Yeah, because Obosh doesn't need black. Wow, that is a crazy deck list. And I thought my 4-color was crazy. I mean, that one probably has a good chance of winning. That's the difference, but unlike mine. Yeah, mine went very quickly on there. There's a Boros aggro running around too. Oh my. If that's the wait, let me check. Is that the Winota list basically? No. Whoa. Different. Okay, I'm okay with this one. This is not Winota. This is trying to make Helvar work. Because you have Forging the Tyrite Sword to go get Helvar. You have like Cole the Forge Master. You have seven doors in the deck. You have the Magna. Okay, I'm okay with this. It's a different Boros aggro. I'm on board. So that's the thing I always look for in this game. This one is like, what other cool deck lists did people make? Because when you don't have the big meta decks running around. Okay, so chat, you have a choice. Should I get Shale? Should I get Shadrix? Or should I get Plarg? I'm gonna end up with all of them eventually, just based on how I'm doing on Mastery Pass. But just in case, which one should I get? I have a vote on which one I think, but I'm not gonna say it because I want to make sure that all of you have your shot of influencing my decisions, as a lot of people like to do. So let me know on that. Meanwhile, I'm gonna check, make sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, so I want to check out this deck list stuff from Ria, because Dumb, we were talking about it earlier because you were playing against it. So the whole thing seems to be like Selesnya counters good stuff, I think. Because the interesting part is the Harmonious Archon turns off their Scavenging Ooze, right? Because all creatures are. Oh no, it's just base power. For some reason I thought it got rid of abilities. Never mind. Ignore me on that one. It's a very interesting one though, because it's meant to be like. It's not even like standard hate bear, because you can't even really say just the Archon being in there's a hate bear. But it's like Selesnya ramp goodness in general. Because yeah, you have the Green Warden, you have Lotus Cobra, you have Ashaya. I keep on saying Ayasha for some reason. I learned it that way. You have Legion Angel to keep getting Legion Angels. You have Yasharn. Yeah, it's like Selesnya good stuff. With Maul, the Skyclave, Felidar Retreat. Yeah, I like the deck list. Not gonna lie, but yeah. I mean, Shale makes sense to grab mostly just because the back of Shale, Dean Ambrose, is pretty cool. In terms of just a thought process. But there's also just getting the Elder Dragon looking pretty is also important. I don't think I'm going to go Plarg. I don't play really Plarg. Like, I see where Plarg would be interesting with the whole discard draw. Like, looting and having the order on the back and everything. But I think that'll be one of the last ones I'll do. So yeah, we'll just go ahead. We'll grab the Elder Dragon, you know. Oop. We'll confirm that one. We might hit another Mastery today. Let me check the Mastery Pass a second. No, we're not going to hit it today. It's at 86. I thought it was closer than that, but we could. No, we're not going to hit Mythic Card either, because yeah, we're actually at the point of the week where we're not going to get a whole lot of experience. Because I've finished weeklies already, so that's a bunch of experience I'm not going to get. I've already finished all my quests now, which is what got me to that point. So we're really just getting small amounts of XP, but a lot of gold. So that's the cool part. We are actually done, so I might as well jump into another game of Omnath Historic Brawl. I could also build a Golos deck on stream. I'm not great at deck brewing, so I didn't have to look at other people's decks to get ideas of like, oh, I want this in it, you know. But this Omnath one, if I remember correctly, it was like, oh, here's the perfected deck that someone made. Let me go ahead and take out the cards I don't have and throw in cards that might also work. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's a very expensive hand, but if I go ahead and throw... we'll throw Triumph down first. I mean, if we get to Nissa, we have one forest that can pay off from it. We also just have good colors for Genesis Ultimatum. So, there's that. They're also playing slow, so I'm not as worried. That's also a tap land, so let's just play that. We do have Teferi too, so that's something. I just realized we don't have 2 greed sources, so we can't actually play Nissa. Oopsies. They shock that in. Oh, for Gross Battle. Yeah, that's fair. If I had my Gross Battle right now, I would totally do that too. But yeah, we're probably losing this game. Oh, and they have a Field of the Dead already? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get the green source down. Because we now have all 4 colors across the lands. Now it's just a question of finding. Because we're going to have red, green, and then white and blue between these two, yeah. So we can at least play Omnath. Now, will Omnath be destroyed right away? I don't know. But I think getting Omnath down and drawing cards right now is probably the best thing. We can play Teferi next turn if we shock in, which will allow us to put back the Prismatic Bridge, which is probably a good idea, just slowing them down a turn. They won't be able to deal with the Teferi, probably. How'd I do? Oh, I got completely destroyed by the Jeskai control. So I had 2 Nessian Wanderers in my opening hand and 2 lands. I was like, cool, I can do this. They had burn spells for both of them. And so I was like, well, I now have 3 and 4 cost cards in my hand, and I got to 3 costs, but it wasn't enough to deal with the fact that they had Bone Crusher Giants. Because Bone Crusher Giant is a crazy card, so that's just how it is. Ooh, I don't have to shock it in. Dream, let's see, it can get hexproof very easily, which I don't like very much. So it might just be better to play Felidar and understand I'm taking damage. Yeah, let's do this, and then I'll play the tap land. Because that's going to give me 4 life, and I can get a beast. Things I don't want to face. Control and anything with trample. That is completely fair. I have trample on 3 of my cards of 100, so it's unlikely that it's going to be trample, I will say that. But I probably should just put a counter on Omnath to be able to attack, but to be fair, I don't think they're going to block with Dream Trawler. Or if they might block with Dream Trawler and just have some way to save it, so I'd rather not. I'd rather not lose Omnath at this point. Like, it's not a great point to be at, so what I hope is that they have just a bunch of lands in their hand and they're not actually doing much here, but they do have Field of the Dead doing their stuff, which is why I need the Felidar Retreat. But I'm getting very close to Genesis Ultimatum, which I have the correct lands for, because it can go green. Green would be the commander one. Blue, 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 red. So yeah, I'll just need. I don't see either a red or a blue, because this one can do either. Is all I need after that. So. Yeah, they're looking at my hand. They're not sure what to discard. I would presume they'd want to do Teferi, because Teferi is the thing that really messes with their game plan here in a little bit. But at the same time, there's a lot of... Oh, they did Nissa. I guess with Command Tower, they see that I can cast Nissa, so that is something, but... So they're going to kill my 2-drop, fair enough. I might just play... Oh, no, they have 2 cards, okay. I'm like, I'd love to get them to be Hellbent, per se, with this, but I don't think I'm going to... Do I have any way to get more lands in play? I probably have to play this, actually, instead of the Command Tower, to make sure I have the right lands for next turn. We'll just make some cats. We're going to put lands away. I think we're pretty good on lands when we get that ultimatum. And then, yeah, I'm just going to do this, I think, and... Yeah, they're going to get rid of my Genesis Ultimatum, aren't they? I could just tuck this, because that would allow them not to hit my Genesis Ultimatum. I can still pull it off. So I think that's the right move, actually, which is weird. But I think tucking that means that I can still cast Genesis Ultimatum next turn. Now, do they have a counter for it? Very possibly. But we're going to hope they don't, is the hope. Yeah, I mean, they already took their extra turn, so... Oh yeah, Yasharn would be very bad if you have any sacrifice or paying life stuff. Like, I totally see why that would completely destroy something. But yeah, they're going to obviously go ahead and attack Teferi, get rid of it. Like, I knew Teferi was not long for this world, and there's that many flyers into the here, but getting down Genesis Ultimatum just seems like a really good play for this one. Paying life and sacrificing stuff. Yeah, that would do it, Kay. That would definitely do it. I understand. My deck is about enchantments, and unfortunately I haven't been able to do much of that, so... Yep, they kill my 2/2. This is how it goes. Ooh, Veil of Summer is actually kind of nice here, because they can't actually get me next turn if I get a green down, so... I think we're still just going to be making a 2-2 every time. We're gaining life, which is funny. And then, yeah, we just Genesis Ultimatum. Hopefully get an untapped green is the idea. We have a Fable Passage, that works. Yeah, let's just put that all onto the field. That seems pretty good. We'll go ahead and... We want to Veil Summer next turn. So I think we do want to go get it. So I'm going to go get it still. The Forest. Because I also have the Negate. Oh, good, Doa! I'm glad you got a win! We might pair again then if you're 1 and 2, just like me. So we have the chance to pair it. Let's see. Probably just putting counters on things is pretty good at this point. Because I'm putting counters on a big 10-10, so that seems pretty good. Then I'm going to use my mana to cast Emergent Sequence, which is the biggest Emergent Sequence I probably have ever done. We're going to get a white. Because that is a 4-4. We'll put counters on things again. And I think we're just going to next it here, because we have 2 spells we can cast the next turn. We can steal their Dream Trawler, which is very nice. You know what? I'm just going to attack with Omnath here. It has Vigilance, because of the Feldar Retreat. So that's pretty good. Doesn't have Trample, but it kills one of their zombies, so... and we're just going to end the turn. Because, yeah, next turn we tap everything down. So whatever they get... We actually want them to be getting things. Oh, Golos would be very good for us, too. We could steal Golos. We might, because we don't have... Well, we have the Arcane Signet, we have the... Yeah, we have the Arcane Signet, which would give us black. So we could do Golos as long as we still have an Arcane Signet. We don't have any black mana anywhere else, but... That seems good enough to grab it, in my sense, that we have the Arcane Signet, so... Let's see. We're going to do Veil of Summer here. I don't draw a card because they didn't cast a spell, but they can't see my stuff. And look at that. It all looks very pretty now because it all has hexproof from stuff, so they can't do anything to my stuff now, which means they can't get rid of my Arcane Signet. They can't get rid of my Cure Best of Sea God. They are going to hit me for 6, which happens, you know. There's not much to do about that, but... That's the question. So, should I go Dream Trawler or should I go... Opponent had a cool Lutri deck, but I nailed them too. Oh, I played against the Lutri deck. I think that's what I played against round 2. Where it was like, is it mid-range, I think, was the archetype? I also beat it, unfortunately, which I think they're just having a rough go of it this time. Like, when I was chatting with them after, they're like, yeah, I just didn't get the cards I need. I'm like, yeah, I understand getting land stuck. That was my first game, and my third game. My second game is going to be, like, the only good one. That's probably, like, my highlight video is probably just going to be the the second game. Be like, oh, and that's it. That's all that I played all game. Don't worry about it. So, let's see. So I can go ahead and... Because they're going to exile my graveyard, not that that matters as much. I do want to play a land, though. So I do think I'm going to play this as a land. Because that's going to... I think I kill them. If they're going to do something, I'd rather they do it now. I'd rather get these... I want to make them indestructible so they can't do anything to them as I attack. They all have... Oh, they're hoping to find something. So they have Despark, which is something that will actually do something in this case. So they can get rid of something. I don't know what they're going to get rid of. Probably the Omnath, but the Omnath isn't doing much anymore, honestly. I also have a Negate still up. I forgot I had the Negate up. Oh my god, I feel so bad. But, like, Expressive Iteration isn't going to do enough for them, I think, because they don't have enough mana probably to yeah. We won another game! Oh, to be fair, this isn't a tournament, is it? Oh, jeez. But we won another game today. There you go. You can see I can win games if I actually have a deck list that does what it's supposed to. But I get the cool D-Spark art now, so that's awesome. But yeah, so that's what Omnath Historic Brawl is. It's just insane value. I mean, that's why it just became banned immediately. Like, it was just too good. Yeah, Plum the Forbidden. Oh yeah, Plum the Forbidden is definitely good on that one. But yeah, I am. Let's see. I am definitely now. Yeah, I am at 1 and 2. So let's see. Oh, we're still waiting on Orzhov Clerics versus Orzhov Clerics. Oh my goodness, a mirror match. You don't expect that. I mean, a lot of people were talking about Clerics decks. That was a thing that was brought up a lot in chat ahead of time, so it does not shock me that that came up. Let's see, I lost, and yeah, and Maria lost, so she is now also 1 and 2. So we still have a chance to be matched up together, as the 1 and 2s are, hopefully dwindling in number. Because yeah, last tournament I realized I had won too many games, and Maria hadn't won enough to the point where we weren't going to be paired. But there is still a shot, because Maria and I are doing the same amount. Now that being said, Maria's deck will destroy me, unless I can get like Banishing Lights out really early to get rid of some of the problem stuff. Or she gets stuck on stuff. Yeah, her deck looks awesome. Like, actually, that's funny because hey, you played first round, Domo, you played second round against Maria, right? Are you all just like coming and hanging with me because like I don't know, but yeah, Maria's deck seems pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I'm like that's the kind of brewer I'd love to be. Is just be like, look at Standard and be like, hey, here's this deck archetype that no one's really thought of. Let me just play it, and I'm like, because Selesnya ramp is like my jam. Like I love Bant colors in general, and so Selesnya, especially counters and stuff, is just my jam. Like if you look at my commander decks in tapped out right now, that's currently listed. I have some other ones, but just the ones that I've actually put into tapped out so far. Let me go over it. One sec. We'll kind of go there. There is only black in the 5 color. So yeah, so I have Selesnya counters, I have Simic counters, I have Bant Enchanters, I do have a Boros Buff Friends with Swords deck, and then I have 5 color slivers. I do have other decks around. I'm doing a Selesnya life gain with counters at some point using Lathril, because that seemed really fun to build around. So I have that there. I have a Tamer Averna deck for Cascade that I want to try and build. And then I'm also throwing around an idea, which I think is more likely the next deck I'm going to build, which is the Tribal deck. Because I absolutely love that concept. And we do have a Reaper King from Secret Lair that has no use whatsoever right now to anyone currently in the Triad. So playing a Tribal deck with that as an ETB kind of thing sounds really fun. So it'll be like, 5 color Tribal. Let's see. I think the problem with Selesnya ramp in Standard at the moment is all the best things ramp into. Yeah, everything to ramp into is across multiple colors, and so Selesnya doesn't have enough colors, honestly, in just Selesnya ramp. And then when you try to do more than Selesnya coloration, so if you try to do Abzan, or you try to do Bant to put Epiphany in, or you try to do, the reason that Immersion Ultimatum is the ramp deck of choice right now is because you ramp to it, and it's really hard to deal with at that point. You've now put 2 things into the game. One of them might give you an extra turn, depending on what they chose to shuffle away. Like, it's very difficult to deal with. It's just Sultai good stuff in general. So if you're pulling in white, you need something to deal with that, and I don't think there's enough to deal with something that good. You almost need to play blue against it if you're not playing it. Or play an aggro deck that beats it beforehand. Which I've been doing. I've been doing cycling, which is generally quicker, or it can still kill them after the fact, because you still have your Zenith Flare that can usually deal with them after. Winota Historian, I think that's why that one's still a pretty big archetype, because it is something that can kill them before turn 5 when they have 7 mana. I think my deck is pretty unique. Let me go check your deck on this one. I'm just curious on it. You're the Monomach Burn. That is not an archetype I realized would even be in Melee. Yeah, very sacrifice heavy. I love it. I love that there's a sacrifice deck in the standard still, because with Rakdos sacrifice being so big previously, it kind of felt weird that there's not something that you see a lot of sacrifice in. Witherbloom tried for a little bit, but I think it just wasn't consistent enough to play against the big decks in standard. Like, but Witherbloom decks were a thing when Strixhaven came in for a little bit, where you could try to plumb the void and draw a bunch of cards and all that. But it just I think was too slow, or there's too much removal to deal with all of their combo pieces. Let's see. Alright, next round in 5, which was said 2 minutes ago, so probably not enough time to start another game. But yeah, I think Mono Black Bird is not something that people would expect to see around here, for sure. Oh, Demir Flash is running around. That's fair. Yeah, that is different enough where it's not a rogues list, so I'll give that. But that I'm like that looks very similar to a rogues list, but just with Slitherwisp and Fairy Vandal added in. But if I play against them, I just lose, so that's fine. And the nice part, though, that comes with this kind of thing is, like, with 100 cards, there is the chance of less consistency. So it's not like, oh, this deck archetype is bad against me, I'm going to lose. It's like, well, it might not be, depending on how it draws. So, wait. Oh, gotcha. There's one person in the beginning who just isn't in anymore, I guess. Is interesting. They dropped. Yeah, they dropped him. Gotcha. Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah, like the only overlap in decks, which is interesting, it looks like, is the Orzhov clerics. Everyone else has registered a different archetype, which is interesting. Yes, yeah. Domo's on mono black control, correct. So it would be hilarious to have a match between the two of you, mono black control versus mono black burn. I would watch that personally, but that's just me. But yes, well, because let's see. Actually, it depends if you won your last game, Kay. Yeah, you won, so you two wouldn't be paired yet, it looks like, but... Onyx is the new play. I didn't even see that deck name until now. I love it. I am perfectly fine not winning deck name in this one. People came out with great names. I was actually shocked that there weren't better names in the last one. And I was like, oh, apparently people just didn't go very punny. Like, that's literally all I wanted to do in the tournament. They mentioned to come with a cool name, and so I was like, cool, I'm going to do it. I'm glad more people picked it up in this one, though, because I was like, if I win with my terrible pun of a name on this, it's not even really a pun. It's a double reference. It's like wordplay. It's not that great. I couldn't find something great with enchantment, and I just kind of at one point I was workshopping things with Disney. Like, I think I had Andalasia sends its regards in reference to Enchanted, but like that was so obscure that I didn't even want to try. At least my current deck name references like a Magic card, so it like fits into Magic. But let's see. Toying with Mono Black Control, I haven't taken the letter. I think you could pull it off, because if you're killing enough stuff, it's very possible to just exist. You can do, as we call it, removal.deck. You can do that. And I think that works really in any standard, just like mono red works in any standard. They always kind of have a mono red wins kind of deck. Yeah, playset of Gary for sure. What is, isn't there like a mono black that, is Piper the Swarm mono black? Because if you're doing rats, that's a great control card. Yeah, Piper the Swarm might not be a bad one then, because if you're doing mono black, that doesn't you have a good shot of being able to just steal things. Let me put that in here just in case you don't. I presume based on if you're putting Oblit in of the Swarm. Wait, is Oubliette in standard? Did I miss that? Oh, I spelled it wrong, I think. Wait, no. Oh, you're talking Pauper. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you did say Pauper. Okay, I see it now. Haha. Oh, yeah, then Piper the Swarm. Yeah, you definitely can't play Piper the Swarm. That's so rare. I was going off that you were talking about it in Standard, and I missed you mentioned Pauper after it. So I was like, oh, yeah, just Piper the Swarm. That would be fine for Standard. Yeah, definitely not for Pauper. Okay, pairings are up. Apparently. Yeah, it's not pinging me anymore, which is kind of annoying. Oh gosh, it's another Naya deck. Oh no. It's Naya mid-range now though, so maybe there's a shot here that we have to actually do something productive this game. But otherwise, a lot of our streams just hanging out and being silly, so this fits perfectly with that. And then we'll just transition back. But yeah, I'm playing against a Naya mid-range. It looks like it's built around Maya, Predagard Protector, to buff up creatures. There's Sfella in it, which is cool, which probably is trying to get out like Morog, which is a pretty big one there. Yasharn is a pretty big one. It has the Scoot Swarm for Go Wide. I like the list. I like that a lot of people descended on Naya. In what I've seen. Let me look at the archetypes again. Let me sort by thing. Yeah. Mono black, yeah, because there's two mono black cards, which we're talking to the two of you on this one. There's the Orzhov Clerics. There's an Obosh Tamer Adventures that isn't doing well, apparently. Yeah, there's 3 different Naya decks, or 4 different Naya decks. There's Adventures, Aggro, Midrange, and Mutate. So Naya is pretty strong, apparently, when you take out the big decks. It's actually pretty strong just in it as well. This is a terrible starting hand, so we're going to try again. Haha, 2 lands. And draw 1 land and have Setessan. We're going to keep it. I don't think Doom Foretold is going to work in this one as much, so we're going to try it. Let's see. Yeah, it's totally not pinging me on things. Fun. Oh my god, you're a second land. What? What is up with this? Oh yeah, I always forget Rune of Might can go on a land. It's not great, but if I ever had to draw cards, I could do that. So that's why it's letting me know I could cast this. But the hope is that they don't kill my Setessan. Is it? I'm gonna go for it. I mean, if I don't get Setessan out and start going crazy, I don't think I can win anyway. So yeah, Valakut. Okay, cool. Cool. I can do this. Let's go ahead and put Sentinel's Eyes on. We'll do Rune of Might. See if we get another land. Because we're just going to draw a bunch of cards now and hopefully get land is the hope. We are not getting land, but that's okay. I'm dealing 5 damage on turn 3. I will take it. That is doing what my deck wants to. Hopefully they have no way to remove this. It is... They don't have any green currently, so it would have to be an exile effect. For sure. Like, this is what they would need to have, is some sort of exile effect, because red, they probably don't have something that can do 7 damage to this. They're having land troubles. I understand. I think that's the theme of today, honestly, and I think it's going to be the discussion a lot after the tournament, is how much land should an 100-card deck have? Because, like... Oh, and they're exiling their Pilgrim. Ooh. I mean, it's going to hit me for how much? There are cards. Okay, so it's gonna hit me for 2 basically, and now Pilgrim can be returned. But I don't have blue mana, so I can't do that. I think it's best just to play this and get rid of their. I feel so terrible doing this because it's the only thing that's doing anything for them. But it's the right move though. I could kill them next turn if I mean, drawing a land will be good, but to be fair, I could just do Rune of Might and hope for the best. Drawing a land would be Nessian Wander into that. Okay, I drew a land, so I can throw out Nessian Wanderer. And then I can throw Rune of Might onto Setessan Champion, giving it double trample. I'm drawing so many cards. It's great. This is gross. Okay, they're at 1. And I have to discard something. I'm going to discard Cure Best of Sea God. I shouldn't have put Cure Best of Sea God in here. I should have put cheap enchantments, but I was like, if I happen to get that late, it's great. It's like, no, I really should have kept my curve up at 4 and went with it. But you live and you learn, is that the very big enchantments, although flashy, are not great for this. You kind of need low to the ground enchantments. I do think I kill them then, unless they have something to play to get rid of Centessinary here. They are at 2 mana. I have enough to get through what they have. Ooh, I didn't even realize when a land battlefield created. Oh, that's really good. Wait, does Maria have that in her deck? Because if not, someone should tell her to put it in her deck. Does she have Maya in hers? She doesn't. Oh my gosh, this is like a great engine for land. So the right move is probably to just play Binding the Old Gods and kill their Rada. That's probably just the right move. Good game. My deck worked! Cause yeah, if my opponent does not have removal early for Cetessan Champion, it will get out of hand. I have to find my Cetessan Champion to do that. Or my Eutropa. My Eutropa could also do it, because flying on that is pretty good. So, oh my gosh, we won a second game! How? Cool. So I have moved forward. We also had really quick games. That's the thing. Um, so yeah, I'm also very curious how Kay and Doma, how you two are doing. Cause I know you were talking about it. Just sitting in chat around to you. Cause what are you playing? What are you two playing? Let's go find out. Let's see. So we have. Oh, it looks like Doma, you're playing against Tamer Ramp. Which, I mean, if you're able to kill their stuff with control, I would think you'd be the better part of that matchup, but I don't actually know. And then we have K. K, you are against Golgari mid-range. Ooh, that would be an interesting deck combination, because like I think it would allow you to set up what you want to do, which is cool. But yeah, let's just go into a historic brawl during the time being. I like this is up during this tournament, because then I can just kind of do this instead and just work through my wins. When drafting, you can hold the Alt key to find out how many cards you own. I didn't know that till now. I should read these tips more often, apparently. Holy jeez. Okay. Well, this seems fine. I have a Lotus Cobra on turn 2. Yeah, let's keep it. I think putting the Grove down makes the most sense, and let's go blue. If we ever get to the ultimatum, that would be more important to have the blue. Let's play the green to get Lotus Cobra down. Oh, a lot of math? Oh, interesting. So how's the Golgari deck? Because I'm very curious about those Golgari mid-range. It seems like it's elves, but in standard, which elves are good in historic, so you'd think so. Oh yeah, it's elves. It's terrifying. Okay, fair enough. Something I've noted that I actually was curious if it would show up when I was playing standard the other day and play Q with that Is It deck that I was showing you earlier. I've seen some Reanimator decks, and I was contemplating last night switching my deck to Reanimator, based on knowing the Izzet stuff, but it's definitely a weird thing. Oh, that's just them saying good game, gotcha. So I'm definitely very curious if any, like, I would have loved to see if somebody actually attempted to try it out, because it was very weird, for sure. I now have enough mana if I play this as... Oh crap, no I did that wrong, because now I have green... Okay, so I have to play this and bonk it in. We're going to grab a white, and then I can play Omnath. Because if I get Omnath out early, I expect they don't have a whole lot they can do about it. They are definitely slow controlled Nicobolas, so they have to kill my Omnath, which kind of forces them to do that. Okay, so they put Memory into the ground, okay. I ended up chain sacking Scorpions to Fiend Artisan while I had a Yara and Dramatic Finale. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrifying. I hope I never face your deck, because it will destroy me. Oh, I mean, I guess to be fair, that last game would have been quick enough. Oh good, Sweltering Suns does not kill my Omnath, which is actually quite great for me. Oh my gosh, they conceded. Oh, cool. I mean, to be fair, I was going to hit them for 4, get a bunch of mana next turn, like that turn, because I could just go ahead and... Actually, I could have played something really huge. I was thinking of doing Fabled Passage, actually, first, instead of Uro there, which is why I hesitated. Cool, we're getting wins. We're getting gold, which is good, because I want to do a lot of Strixhaven drafting after this, because I need Strixhaven cards. I think they're going to be very powerful in the meta. If we remember, Eldraine was Eldraine the first or the second one? I'm trying to remember actually how soon Eldraine was. Here, I'll go into collection. That will tell me when I look in the filter. Okay, Eldraine was the first one. Gotcha. So, like, on that note, it would be Zendikar Rising that would be the strong one. Unless Party's crazy in the next set, I don't think Strixhaven or Zendikar is gonna be that crazy in the new standard. Like, not like Eldraine was, but. I think Strixhaven's going to be a big part of it, because there's just so much value to be had in Magecraft. Like, I could see a Magecraft deck in Izzet. That'd be really cool. But yeah, no, I'm oh yeah, so yeah, you had said Mysticates. So yeah, I did win. I ended up getting well, by the end of the game, it was a 9/11 champion. It had 2 Runes of Might on it. I just kept, like, basically attacking them, because... So I saw what the Naya deck was doing. So this was a Naya mid-range. So the Naya mid-range one, in case you do it. The whole concept of it, which I loved the concept, was to kind of do what you'd be doing with Omnath, as we were talking about, because you played Cleansing Wildfire to be able to trigger your Maya Bredegard Protector multiple times and get a bunch of tokens that are 2/2s and go wide. And I saw what it was trying to do. The problem is that it seemed to only have that and nothing else, and so I could just attack with my Trampler, and you know, and that was the end of it. You know, like there was nothing. If there was just tokens in the way of my champion and no trample, I would not have won that nearly as quickly. But the fact that I found Rune of Might in my hand and was able to play it along with the Vigilance, because the Vigilance also helped, that was very good in that deck. But yeah, so my deck has popped off twice and completely screwed in mana twice. So I do have a 50% record, which is not quite viable for actual standard, but a 50% record is not bad. Actually, at this point in the tournament last time, I was at 50% as well, so I'm at the same spot where I am 2-2. So let's see. So I do want to check though. How is Maria doing? Because do I pair up against Maria is the question. So Maria lost. Oh no. Maria lost, I won. We're not going to be paired anymore. Yeah, because she is now 1-3. Oh, do we have new pairings already? Wait. Or is it just already updating things? Oh yeah, wow. Everything already finished up, I guess. That was a quick round for everybody. Wow. Let's catch up on chat, because there's been a lot of chat. Yeah, next round is... Yeah, it said next round is paired. Yeah, that was a 15-minute round for everybody. That was very fast. Uh, yeah, that was very quick. So we might actually wrap up a lot sooner with these rounds. We might be. Oh. All runs Epiphany. Yeah, that is a card. That is a bonkers card. That's why everyone. That's why. That's why I don't think Kaldheim is going to be the reason why everything's so broken. I think it's gonna be Strixhaven because Kaldheim just had a bunch of things you could foretell, which are good spells. You can get them for cheaper later and everything. So I get that, but the part of it that makes me feel like it's gonna be bonkers is that spell foretelling paired with actual payoffs in Strixhaven. I think there's gonna be a lot of spell decks that care about it in New Standard once rotation happens with Innistrad. Oh yeah, there was the issue of yeah. Waiting for a board wipe, hoping it doesn't get countered. I completely understand on that. Especially in Tamer, you never really know if they have that negate. I have a negate in, not in my tournament deck, but in my Omnath Historic Brawl deck. It's definitely something you play, so. I could see it. Although I feel like in this one, you wouldn't want to play negate. Because I don't think that would help. I think you'd want to almost like play reject. I think that would almost be better in this one. Actually, that's a good question. What is the counter spell of choice in a unknown meta? Oh yeah, once they have infinite land, that's fair. Yeah, if they were just pull, yeah, Tamer Ramp would have pulled out lands like crazy. I'm sure. So like, I don't. Let's see what's in their deck. I haven't actually checked the Tamer one much. It is definitely what I would have probably played. Oh, there's a Cody in it. Oh, I see what it is. So it's actually a Cody spells deck, not what I thought. Saw it coming, yeah, you would definitely you'd run Saw it coming in that one then, because you would very easily make it 2 mana. Yeah, yeah, that's a very scary deck. I do like it because my first thought when I saw Tamer Ramp is you go to the Goldspan, you go to the Terror of the Peaks possibly you might put in there. You can put a Magda in there to ramp that so you can go get Terror of the Peaks. You know, like that's my brain right away is what would happen. But doing it with just spells and Cody is really cool. Especially because, yeah, if you use mana, you use it to cast like Ulrin's Epiphany or Magma Opus, Draconic Invention, Genesis Hologram. You can go into something very, not too bad to hit. Because like Scorching Dragonfire is pretty good to hit. Prismari Command's pretty good to hit. Is Magma Opus 8 mana? It is 8 mana, so yeah, that could hit any 7 mana spell. Oof. Yeah, jeez. Oh wow, and even kill 2 Cody. Yeah, I have no way to kill a Cody. I have a way to exile it with Banishing Light, which is one way in my deck I could technically get rid of Cody. But if there were 2 Codys, I doubt I would do much about it. I do have I have Binding the Old Gods, which would kill a Cody too. Double Opus is one. Yeah, a double Opus on Codys would definitely be disgusting. Especially if 2 Codys out, because like. You'd have some extra mana at the end of that too to do something. That's oof. That's something. Okay. Not quite pairings. Okay, we're not quite there yet. Oh, people are sharing squirrels now. I'm like, I am considering that I would want to make a squirrel deck, but I think everyone's making it right now, so as a result, it's going to be expensive cards, and I'm like, I just won't worry about it. But we do have a Chitter Spitter, which just makes a squirrel deck. Obviously, you just need Chitter Spitter. Why else would you need another card? Oh, and they're all taking pictures of their pets. I'm like, my cats are ignoring me this morning. I guess they're used to me streaming at the end. Cody Brawl is kind of ridiculous. Yes, actually. That is something actually that Megan and Maria have been talking about a lot. Is that Cody Brawl is gross, especially in Historic Brawl because you have even more spells at your disposal. I have not seen it yet in Historic Brawl Q in the few times I've played so far, so that's thrown me off a bit, but I don't see why it wouldn't be, because it would be just as good as playing like Omnath, because you're playing at the same time, basically, and then you just activate it and go get 2 spells, which is, I mean, it's Cascade in Historic, basically, is what it is, and Cascade by itself is a crazy thing, so, yeah, I am thinking, I should just set those up, so what, I want to make a Cody deck. So let's go ahead and make this a 100 call. I'm not going to necessarily do it right now, but do I not own a Cody? What? Well, I'm going to have to craft a Cody then. Yeah, I have more than enough. Yeah, we're going to craft a Cody. Let me go write that down though, because I do actually write down my stuff. So 1 second. I like to keep track of the rares I have, because then I can make sure that if I'm at a pinnacle point where packs. Oh, because I haven't explained the packs thing yet. That might be bugging people, so I probably should mention that here in a second. So you'll see I have packs up here. Yeah, save and exit, because I just wanted to make a deck that had Cody in it. So I reminded myself. But I have a bunch of packs just sitting here. I'm sorry if this kind of goes. If this like makes people nervous, but like I like to keep packs because the idea then is I can then get like I can play a bunch of drafts. So like when Call comes back, I'm gonna want to draft a bunch, but I can play a bunch of drafts, and then the idea is that I then go ahead and open these because duplicate protection, so I can get a bunch of rares. Yes, this is a ridiculous amount. This is like call time after probably minus a few after 2 mastery passes. Although I don't think there was much call time in this last mastery pass, which was kind of weird. Probably because there's just so many packs that are across it. And then Strixhaven Mastery at this point. I have not bought any, except for possibly 1 call time that was a deal. But yeah, this is the only self-control I have in my life, is this right here. For whatever reason, this is... we seem to have pairings, by the way, for those that are around. But yeah, it's very gross, but yeah, I'm going to play Cody. I will give in. I don't have self-control for that. We just looked at my packs. Like, I only have so much self-control. But yeah, it just means that I can go ahead and try to get as many rares from a set as possible, so I can actually possibly play Standard. Usually I just end up playing Brawl anyway, but... oh yeah, also, there's... In case you are hearing Belmont... Or not Belmont, Alex in the background, he is having gaming now, so we are in the same room. So you might hear some text behind, but new pairing. I'm playing the Boggles without Boggles deck, so that's gonna be fun. Let's go play that here. Wait, really, Kay? Your matchup against the 4-0? Are you 4-0? Oh, there's only one 4-0, so they play against a 3-1. That's why. There's not another 4-0 to play against, which is crazy in my head, because I'm like, really? No, like, it's that close for everyone? Because that means I still have a chance in this tournament. So, they have not checked in yet, so I'm not too worried about taking my time here. Let's go ahead, get the challenge on the screen, though. So I can go back to the regular screen before I forget. But yeah, wow, that's... Wait, I'm actually paired... Wait, 6 point... I think I'm paired against someone higher as well. Yeah, I'm paired against a 3-1, because then there's only 6 3-1s, so one of the 3-1s has to be paired against a 2-2. So yeah, I'm playing against a 3-1, which is higher than mine, too. So that's very intriguing. Yeah, good luck, Kay. I mean, if you win, I will say, if you win against the Azorius mid-range, in fairness, you are now tied for the lead. So maybe that's not bad on it. Let's see how people who are matched against me earlier did. So our first deck was the Naya Mutate. They are 2-2 as well, so they're about where I am, which is kind of cool. The one I just played against is now 1-3, so they were, yeah, because they were 1-2 before, so that makes sense. The Is It mid-range is not having a good day, unfortunately. I feel really bad. Because that deck you would hope to do really well. They're running 32 lands, so in fairness, comparatively, any land staking would be really bad. But yeah, Is It mid-range apparently is not a good deck list for this one today. Oh. I like that they are having Obosh Companion in this one. That's actually really cool. Because I didn't even think about trying to pull off a companion with a 100-card deck. This is very greedy to keep, so I think I need to mulligan. I need the 2 lands. I've kind of figured that out at this point. I think Dryad's bad. I'm going to need removal eventually, so I'd rather do this. Go in Datha, hope to draw a land. Otherwise I'll just play Nessian Wanderer after that. Domo's playing more clerics. Okay, yeah, there are 2 cleric decks in 23 decks, so it is likely to hit a cleric deck more than other decks. This is unfortunate, because obviously we never want to have to play all tap lands, but here's where we are. We need a white source, so yeah, because we have a lot. We need a double white eventually, so let's just grab that now. Because we can play the Nessian Wanderer. We can play everything in our hand right now. I'd love to play the Courser, but okay, they're just ramping, which is good because them just ramping gives me a much better chance to deal with them. Okay, Lovestruck Beast is definitely something that would get the banishing light treatment. I mean, if I can, I'd rather play the... Yeah, I gotta play the Wanderer. Okay, so we're gonna play the Wanderer. So we're gonna put a Fabled Passage out, and we're gonna grab a blue now, because we now have Eutropa, so having a blue would make the most sense. Now. So we now have all 4 colors available, at least, so that's a good start. We can Banishing Light the Lovestruck Beast. They're probably not going to attack, because they're going to lose whatever they attack with. Yeah, so that's actually really good. Ooh, a 4th land! Oh, I'm spoiled here. The only sad part is I really can't do much about that. Am I just gonna go banishing? Maybe it's better to let them attack once with the Lovestruck Beast. And just play the Archon here. Because then next turn, I can kind of just play the Banishing Light and get 2 triggers, is the idea. I didn't expect to draw a land there was the difference. I was like, oh, I drew a land. That's weird. Yeah, they're just going to attack with a 5/5. I'm okay taking a 5/5 worth of damage here. Because this gives me more flexibility. This is like the only even match I think I've had so far where I feel like I'm doing things and my opponent's doing things. Yeah, they are ramping like crazy though. Like this is... I know it says... I think it said mid-range, right? Or no, Mono White Boggles, that's right, it was a joke. But yeah, this is definitely a Tamer mid-range, or Tamer ramp kind of archetype here. Holy crap. Sparring Regiment's pretty good. So playing the Starmheim Courser I don't think is very good right here. I think I'm going to do this. Because I'll probably get a nice from that. I might draw a land. Ooh, I did get a land. So that's actually very big here. I might play a land, play Environmental Sciences here. I can only get one thing from this. I don't think I'm getting to... Oh, I didn't actually put the other one in here. Yeah, let's just do Environmental Sciences, because I can do this. I can go search for another land. I'm going to get another white source. And... You know what? They can't block this. So I might as well do this, get... Oh, I forgot, duh. I can... I can untap a thing. This is a great enchantment to have right now. Because I can start playing my Banishing Lights. I actually might just do this. You know what? Don't take 5 damage, gain 2 life. That seems pretty good in my deck. Great Henge, okay. I presume they're just going to play the Beanstalk. Oh, another turn. Okay, that's fine. I'm actually kind of okay with this. I'm actually glad I blocked then, because that... Pretty good. Yeah, they're going to play Beanstalk. That's expected. Oh, they're going to start drawing a lot of cards now. Yeah, I need to get rid of the Beanstalk Giant, that's for sure. So that's Banishing Light next, for sure. I can Banishing Light 2 things, actually. That would be the other thing, the Banishing Light, for sure. Yeah, no. That's good. I can deal with the 5/5 at this point. That's not my problem. I think instead we're going to Banishing Light the Terror. No lands in there, fair enough. Get rid of that. Next, we're going to Banishing Light the Beanstalk Giant. No lands there. Okay, we're going through our deck for lands here. I'm going to go ahead and attack here. We're apparently playing Archon of Sun's Grace Tribal, or something. We're gaining life, which is very, very good for our deck right now, because we can survive for a lot longer if we have this life gain, so I hope they can't get rid of Archon. Okay, they're getting their Terror back. That's not too shocking to me, honestly. I just hope they don't have anything big enough for a creature to kill Archon, because that would be kind of bad for us. We're getting a lot of value out of Archon. Khazad-dû Mammoth, that's fine. That's only 3. They're going to play... That's 4 currently. Yeah, they're going to kill it. They have more than enough land to do whatever they want. I could just start milling them. That seems very possible against this deck, actually. For me to just start milling them. Oh gosh, oh bosh. Please no. Please no. So the nice part is they're probably only going to attack with the Lovestruck Beast. So I'll just take that damage right now. But yeah, Obosh will kill me. For sure. I don't have any land. I could take the risk. Let's actually do the Teferi's Tutelage. Let's just try to get some card selection. We got a land, so that's good. We got a couple lands, and I'm going to discard this. I'm then going to throw out this and put another white source, I think. We're going to Banishing Light again. And take the Terror. No other lands, that's fine. And no attacks. My deck's doing something. I think it's just that I'm against a better deck, honestly. So they're probably going to win. Oh my gosh, yeah, Genesis Ultimatum. Nice. Yeah, this is just your good old Tamer ramp that we saw previously, but that got taken out of the meta when Salte Ultimatum became a thing. So this is just very good for them. I don't know why they didn't play Obosh there, because they could have made things very, very scary. If I do this plus this, I take 5? Yeah, I'm okay with this. I also kill their Brazen, which is probably good. So they only have the 1/1 flyers then. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't play Obosh for. Oh, because they have Alrund's Epiphany. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let them kill me. In a tournament, I feel like I should always let people kill me. Like, yeah, my deck did fine. It's just their deck is better. Is probably the best way to put it. Oh, and they have Goldspan too. Yeah, this game is over. I want them to play Obosh though. Okay, cool. I'm like, at least play Obosh and kill me that way. Get as much damage in as you can. Oh my god, I have another Goldspan. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm going to kill the Edgewall Innkeeper out of just pure pure hatred for the fact that Innkeeper got them so many cards during that. Actually, they only got them 2, now that I think of it. They only played 2 things, yeah, that were things, but... Yeah, I do think actually probably if I would have actually thought about what would be good in this tournament, I would have done Tamer Ramp, but... Yep, I think I would have actually probably done that, because that's a cool deck, not gonna lie. Just that kind of just ramp into crazy and do crazy things. Like why wouldn't you? So yeah, I do find that quite good. Okay, now the question is, did Maria win? Because then we're in the same level again. I feel like Maria does very. I don't want to. She seems to have rough goes in this tournament, as far as I've seen. Like her getting paired against Naya Adventures, that's trying to do the same sort of thing, is probably like not the greatest for her here. Because that also plays Archon, doesn't it? I never would have told you today had 2 different decks that had 4 of Harmonious Archons. That's crazy in my head. But yeah, just they're gonna get way more value. Vorthos before value, option fun. Exactly. Like I played Sparring Regimen. I played an enchantment from Strixhaven. That is honestly, I do think it's gonna end up in meta, in standard. Like this card is gross. Honestly, like I'm actually curious why Clever Lumimancer decks. I haven't seen them play it. I just saw the Lumimancer one there, but I will say I don't know why. Yeah, because these ones, I mean, yeah, they want to care about instant sorceries, but the ability to effectively have an extra +1/+1 counter and vigilance on a creature every single turn is and it has learn. So like this card is crazy in my head. Like, look at that. Like that card. And the thing is, I looked at this because I have plus and plus encounter Selesnya deck, so I'm like, yeah, this is probably pretty good. You know, like I have an enchantments deck, so that this might be great for that. I think I'm actually considering putting it in Bant Enchantress at this point. But the idea of even in a commander deck where you don't have a sideboard, so you get it where you get to loot for a card, basically, discard and draw for the learn, which you don't have to do. You could decide to do if you want it. But then the creature that you're already loading up with enchantments gets a plus and plus encounter every time it attacks and untaps. It's quite crazy. Like, especially if it's like mana dorks is a good example of this actually, where it's really good too. Where you can tap it for mana. Oh no, you can't attack with it. Never mind. You could attack with it, get a plus and plus encounter, hit them, and then tap it for mana on your second main. There you go. That's the way it works. So like, there's some crazy stuff here. I'm actually wondering if red-white aggro is going to be a thing, not with because obviously Winona's going to rotate in a few months, but with this card and like Morog from Zendikar Rising, where you can get multiple attack steps. I wonder if this would be a thing, because I don't know. You still need trample though, so that kind of puts it into Naya if you're looking for trample generally. But this could just be Selesnya good stuff with Yasharin, where you just start putting counters on Yasharin and giving it basically effective vigilance. I don't know. I expect to see this in some sort of aggro. It might be mono white aggro at some point, because that's also not too bad in current, especially if you start going like party mechanics. But yeah, Selesnya party, this could be very good into. But I don't know. I expect it to do stuff. It might not be in many decks, but I expect it to be in a deck come rotation. These are my hot takes. Also, I just love the card, so it's become a pet card already, which is impressive. So I'm just making sure there's not anything on Twitter that I should be paying attention to on it. Let's see. How are people doing? I might take a short break here. Just to kind of, depending on how reports are going. Yeah, there's a few not reported still. Looks like Domo, you're still in a game. Kay, you're still in your game. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm just going to take a short break, just get up and stretch a little bit, and I'll be right back just a little bit. And I am back. Hello, everybody. Hello. There we go. Back to volume now that I have my headset in the right place. Let's see. Oh, Doma, you finished up. Oh, you beat the clerics. Nice. You're both at 1 life. His mana screw almost beat my mana flood. I feel like if you're going to choose a mana screw or a mana flood, I would generally choose the mana flood. Like, I feel like at least the mana flood you have a chance of doing something when you're drawing. I don't know, but sorry, I got my snack cheese because this is going into my lunchtime generally, so I gotta have my snack cheese, my little wheel of snack cheese. Whew. K's still going because that would be really cool if it's a really close match for that top spot. Yeah, they're still going. Azorius Midrange versus the Mono Black Burn. Interesting. That's been hanging on for a while, and then the other Clerics versus Dimir Flash is still going on. Looks like. So it was a good time to take a break, as I thought. You know what? We got time. Let's just jump into another Historic Brawl. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I had that, I think, with the Is It one, although it hasn't been doing that great today, unfortunately, for it. But in round 2, when I was playing that Is It mid-range, I was like, they're at 4 mana with blue. Are they holding up a counterspell? Do they have, like, Goldspan at 5 that they're waiting to play? Like, what is the reasoning they have not played anything in a red-blue deck? That's worrying, so... I definitely see what you're saying there. I think the Triumph into Floodplain... let me try them into one of them. I don't know, but I want to play Risen Reef, so we'll see what we draw. I want to play the Rogren Triumph first, for sure. Cold Steel Heart, it's probably better to play, because, like, Risen Reef into Omnath is very good, too. Oh, well, we have to play Lotus. I mean, you get Lotus Cobra, you play Lotus Cobra turn 2. They have Kinnan, though, so they're going to ramp just as hard as I am right now. But the fact that I can play Risen Reef next turn directly into Omnath. Grab a blue. Haha! More land. I like it. We'll take a blue, but it's not going to matter. It's going to go away. I think I'm ramping as hard as the Kinnan deck right now, which is the important thing you got to do. Kinnan's going to go nuts with it, so... They don't have enough to activate their power yet. So that's pretty good. And they don't have mana. Ooh. I'm going to put down a land. What would they have? They could have... Yeah, I think I need to put down a land now, unfortunately, which I don't want to do, but... I think this deck has more green stuff. I'm going to put a blue into reserve. And I am going to play Omnath. I don't trust that they didn't have a counterspell there or something. We'll make a... Let's make another blue mana again. Draw a card. We'll play Cold Steel Heart, which will make it to blue. So I have right now 7 mana on the board. I can easily make 10 next turn and just cast Ulamog. Well, that's disgusting. No. I gotta keep my stuff. I have to make it so if they don't kill it, that's not good for them. They need to kill my Omnath right now. Oh, actually, they don't even need to kill my Omnath. They need to kill my Lotus Cobra. Because the Lotus Cobra is what's going to give me enough mana, because I'm going to do Terramorphic Expanse, crack it. That's 2 triggers from Lotus Cobra. Which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Why do I think I have 10 land? Oh, no, Omnath, duh. Omnath triggers with a bunch more, that's why. I'm like, why did I feel like I had that? It's because I did. Yeah, they're probably just going to activate Kinnan here. Again, if they don't... Agent of Treachery on what? That's not great. I think I just play Felidar Retreat. Put down Terramorphic Expanse. just go a little wide here. Let's grab, let's say blue. I don't have a way to use the extra mana, is the only problem, but we'll go ahead and grab an island. Yeah, they kind of shut down my game plan there. I still have Ulamog. I still have, let's see, because I now have 7 land in play, right? Yeah, I now have 7 land in play, 8 mana. I put down Ghost Quarter, I have 10 mana, I can play Ulamog. I can exile my commander and Agent of Treachery. Is probably the best play to do. Is K still going? Oh my gosh. Holy crap, those games are long. I love it, because it's like, it's probably really close games and really fun mana. Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-0 versus a 3-1, so I'm guessing. I think I'm just going to Disdainful Stroke this. I really don't want them to have it. Hopefully they don't have a counter themselves, because I have no way to deal with that if so. Nope, they have a counter themselves. Okay, I'm getting out of this game. I'm sorry. Like, they're just stealing all my stuff. Like, that's not in the spirit of Kinnan. The spirit of Kinnan is to play big things. I refuse. I refuse to partake in that game anymore. Like, no. You playing steal stuff, really? I mean, it's a very good strategy to win, yes, but I'm like, I don't play Historic Brawl to win. I play Historic Brawl to have fun turns. But yeah, let's see, let me check on it. Talks about cat dog and everything there. Okay, let's look at deck names. Let's see deck names, because I haven't actually read all of these yet, and I'm curious. Okay. Dramatis Pestidraene, I love it. Or how amateur dramatics can be incredibly draining. Yeah, because of dramatic finale. I give that one. Clerical Error, we had heard that one ahead of time. They had mentioned that they were gonna do Clerical Error. Don't when you said Onyx is a new black, yeah. Thandril's Core. I don't think I know the reference on that one. Counterproductive for mono green tokens that produce counter. Yeah, I see it. That's fair. That's fair. I like it. Dwarves and Dragons and Treasures, oh my, always good. Oh, that's what the Boros Aggr was, I saw that. Mine, in case people hadn't heard, is Some Enchanted Morning? Because, so the joke, so those that tune in the stream here are going to get the joke more. I doubt it's going to, I don't think it's going to be float over by, like, most people are going to get it, but there's a card in Magic, I will say, that's called Enchanted Evening. Which is the kind of secondary funny thing with it. Which makes basically everything is enchantments in addition to this other type. So it makes everything enchantments, just like my deck. And then the other reference, though, the reason why it says Some Enchanted Morning is that Some Enchanted Evening is a South Pacific song from the musical. So from the musical South Pacific. So it's also referencing the fact that I like musicals. So it tells a lot about me, for sure. Doesn't necessarily translate well to anyone who doesn't get that as a South Pacific reference, which can't say many people are going to know that South Pacific even exists. Yeah, Yoink is disrespectful. That's what I was like. I got the Agent of Treachery. Agent of Treachery I have no issue with, because that one, okay, you're Kinnan deck, you're going to pull Agent of Treachery out of nowhere on an end step. That's great. I love that. Playing in Bolus's Clutches, though, which is an enchantment, does not trigger with Kinnan at all, and is literally just to yoink more stuff. I'm like, no, now you're committing to yoink stuff. You would not play in Bolus's Clutches unless you're actually committing to just stealing your opponent's stuff. No. I'm like, I could have still possibly won the game. I had Ulamog. Actually, I think I still would have. But I was like, no. On principle, I will give them the win. They obviously are going for wins. The sooner they win a bunch, excuse me, the sooner they'll hopefully get out of the queue. Yeah, that's the hope. But K1? Oh my gosh! That's awesome. You're now tied for the lead at 4-1. Nice. And actually, to be fair on the matchup, it puts you at first. Because if you beat I mean, there might be other 4-1s, I think, but you beat the one who has 4-0, which is probably very good. That is really good. That yeah, you're up in the top there. We still have the Demir Flash versus Orzhov Clerics going, so that's a little crazy. But sorry, I'm just a little froggy this morning. I think I'm just talking too much in the morning. This is why I usually like streaming at night more, because my voice can warm up. So the same thing when I was doing singing more often when I was in choir. It's just morning stuff always just taxed my voice a ton. We also talked a lot last night. So, for those who don't know, we are also huge board gamers. We talk about it a lot in ours, but we actually finally went around and started playing Gloomhaven because we had gotten Gloomhaven with the Frosthaven Kickstarter. Um, so we got the Gloomhaven. We hadn't played it yet, so we played Gloomhaven starting last night, which is just a lot of rules, so it's a lot of chatting and figuring stuff out. And so we did a lot of that, and then I finally went to bed, and then yes, Kate, you do. Like I'm rooting for you now. I'm like, please, you bet it. I mean, you've been in my chat, so I'm gonna be partial. You know, like I'm gonna be partial to people that are watching my terrible performance and doing well somehow. You know, like because then So, but yeah, you are now leading. You're gonna be up in the 4-1s, which there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a few because obviously 3-1s. You expect a couple of them to win. I mean, the mono white boggles that isn't boggles did win, so they're gonna be up there with you. So you have a possibility of being paired against them, because they beat me, which is really just tamer ramp. So you know, we'll. I don't know how your deck matches up against just ramping the craziness. Possibly though. You could probably pull it off. There's not too much interaction in theirs that could deal with yours as much without just killing things that you'd already want dead. Um, let's see, what else do we have? Uh, looks like the one on top there, the tug does not win. Looks like the Golgari mid range is going to be up there with you. Um, the Boros aggro will also be up there. It's looking based on what I'm seeing. Those are the other two that are jumping up with you in the top four. So you'll probably play one of them. Let's see. Nicely done, Gloomy. Was super fun. Yeah, we did really enjoy it. Now it was, I mean, obviously getting going. There's a lot of rules to figure out. There's a lot of things to keep track of, but I think we got it down. We have a nice party. Yeah, I loved the twists on archetypes too. Like because my brain coming from limited tabletop RPG, like I don't have a ton, but I have some. It's like, oh, cool. So for D&D, you generally want a tankier person, maybe with a little bit of healing. You want someone who is healing and spellcasting in general, and you probably want someone that is full on mage or that kind of thing. Like my brain's like, yeah, that's what you're looking for. We have 3 people, so that's my thought process. I look at the I look at the names, and I'm just like, I don't know which ones do what because we haven't opened them, so we went for it. So I'm playing the brute because I was like, okay, brute's gonna be like barbarian. That's that's gonna be a tanky person, which I'm glad we did because we definitely needed that in the first scenario. I took a lot of damage and then it was healed up, which helped a lot. Um, we have a Spellweaver, which is what Alex is playing, which because spells are his thing. So I was like, yeah, take the Spellweaver. That's gonna be your thing. So he's doing a lot of. It seems like he's almost like if anyone's played Guild Wars 2, Elementalist is the first thing I thought of. Was like he's really actually that, where it's like you kind of just play with the elements a lot, which is really cool. And then Belmont was playing the Scoundrel because he decided we were like between Scoundrel or Mind Thief as kind of the other like rogue kind of direction. Um, Wait, okay, what? My opponent cast a board wipe. I sacked my board in return, and they countered with their board. What was their second board wipe? Because that would have had an instant speed. Most board wipes aren't an instant speed, I didn't think. So what was the cards? Because yeah, I get the whole you could sack all your stuff. Um, because like I presume let's see, yeah, you were playing against Azorius midrange. So what is their board wipe? So Shatter the Sky is not instant. Pretty sure of that. What's that instant speed? Doomscar? Is Doomscar instant? No, it's a sorcery. Shatter the Sky is a sorcery. Did they have something that gave everything flash? Oh, that then countered their board wipe. Gotcha. I thought they countered with their own board wipe, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, they counter with a counter spell. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, that was a lot to take in. Holy crap. So they accidentally countered their own one. Okay, that's interesting. Because I guess at that point they thought they were dead anyway, probably, is my guess. Like, was it near the end of the game where that's why they countered with their own counter spell? Because like otherwise you definitely wouldn't want to counter unless you have Tail's End. But like nobody plays Tail's End. Actually, I think it's M20. I don't think even that's standard. Wow. Yeah, that. Oh, so they could keep their board. Okay, yeah, I get it now. Sorry, I'm very thick. That is amazing, though. I will say that is pretty awesome. Oh, Robo Centaur. I was gonna ask, are you also playing in the tournament, or are you just kind of watching the craziness that's all ensuing? Because either works. I wanted to check in and see because I know I was posted in the messages, and so I was like, just in case. Let me check. But yeah, they kept their board because they had to counter their own. Yeah, that is a weird board state when you have to counter your own board wipe, which is better value than just board wiping. Oh yeah, Bastion with veto. That would do it. Oh yeah, don't. No, completely fair. I feel free to watch. I realized actually going into this last round, this round 6, if I lose, I just match what I did last tournament with what I feel the enchantments deck is a worse deck than what I was doing in the last one. So that's cool. If I win, I do better with this deck. So, we'll kind of see how that goes. Now, what I wanted to check though is, did Maria win? Maria did not win. Okay, Maria. This is what happened last time. I got 2 wins early enough, and Maria only got 1, and so then we can't be paired against each other because there's just too many people down below there. But oh, she was playing the Night Adventures, though. Yeah, that's fair. But it's very unlikely for us to be paired because it had to be like. Well, she is at the top of 1-3 currently, so if she stays at the top of 1-4, I guess with 2-3 I might match against her because I'm close to the bottom. Yeah, Christensen and Singularity is still playing, so if they win, I would probably be at the bottom. Oh, it just went out. Wait, let's see. So, no, I'm not at the bottom. Other people have fallen. Oh, look, Dova, we're about the same spot in the standings. I love it. we're very close in standings to each other. You actually have a chance to be paired against. Let's see. Depending on how it go. No, even itself out. Never mind. No, so Maria will be against 1-4s. Yes. Let's see what I got for pairings. Because my thing didn't refresh. So there we go. Oh, I'm playing against the Demir Flash deck. Uh oh. I feel like Demir is gonna completely destroy me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be absolutely destroyed in this matchup. So let's get it over with and. Oh. Let's do it. Yeah, this is a deck that is going to hurt me. Now they're playing about the same amount of lands as I am, so they have a chance of being stuck as well, which is good for me because they have a lot of. Looks like generally 2 mana stuff too. Yeah, good luck, Kay. I mean, obviously you're battling for the top at this point. Yeah, you'd probably be against Boros aggro because like at that point, what you already played a Zorgus mid-range up there. If you I don't know if you played the Golgari mid-range one, but and then the Mono 8 Bongles, yeah. So it kind of would probably just end up happening at that point. Let's see. This is a hand that can play against. Actually, this isn't bad. I can get Destiny Spinner down if they can't counter it, which means they can't counter anything of mine, which is very good in this matchup. So this, I might. This might not be terrible. I do have to go get a white source though, because all that glitters is much better than Omnis Seeds. So let's go get a white. source. Oop, I'm getting messages. Okay, this is the whole good luck, have fun kind of exchange. Yeah, let's go ahead. They've already tapped out, so let's go ahead and put the Destiny Spinner down. So now they cannot counter my creatures or enchantment spells, in case you haven't seen this one. And I can animate something into a big land creature, elemental creature, but it's unlikely. Uh-oh. They're like, enchantments, you say? I'm like, oh no, do they have a way to deal with enchantments? Now, they don't have black yet, so that's probably pretty good for me. I didn't draw land, so I can't get to Setessan. It might just be better to put all that glitters on, because they don't have a way to kill things right now. And I just become Smackdown. Because what, this makes it a 4/5? Oh, they might bounce in return. Oh, no, 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 they have Brazen Borrowers in their deck. Oh, no. Fair enough. Yeah, this is going to be a very bad matchup for me. They're looking for a black source now, for sure, though. Like, you'd have to. So, they kept to the top, so they probably have a black source. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm going to put out Setessan Champion. If they kill me, they kill me. There's not a whole lot I can do. Like, if they just counter it, like... Like, this is not going to go. I actually might as well just try to cultivate here, I think. Like, if they counter this, they counter this, you know, like, but I'd rather do this, get a blue and a white, and then start doing things, honestly. But, like, I'd rather burn through their counter spells before I start playing the things I really want to stick. So... Oh, this actually came through, nice. So yeah, let's get a white and a blue source. Let's put the white source on the field. And we'll play the... Oh, I should have done it the other way around. Oh well. I also just love the name. Salmon of Doubt is just great. They're not playing anything, which makes me worry. I think I'm going to go Destiny Spinner first here. Because I would presume they're going to counter this. And then I think trying to get this to stick probably makes sense. And I might as well just play out everything, honestly. Because, like... Yeah, they have a Slither. Okay, they have something. I don't know what it is, but they have something. But yeah, this starts kind of getting them their card draw engine for sure. I mean, if I get the mill strategy online, I could start milling. Well, there goes my Destiny Spinner, as expected. No, I'm not gonna block that. That would be crazy. I can get Archon out and get Sentinel's Eyes onto something, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think Archon, which they might counter now. If that's the case, I just throw Sentinel's Eyes onto Alciad and start attacking. Yep, there it is. Yeah, because I presume they had to get rid of my thing that wanted to avoid having counters, kind of thing. The nice part is I can trade for their Slither Wisp now, which is funny. It seems like they're getting a little mana screwed, which is interesting. I might as well try to get out Archon. Like, if they're gonna counter things again, I'd rather them not counter the Ruined Crown later, so... Nope, I'm good just sitting, you know? Giving protection to Archon at some point, hopefully. In fact, I mean, the longer this goes, Ominous Seas is going to eventually have an 8/8 that I can start enchanting with a Ruined Crown that I'm thinking I'm gonna go get Rune of Might with. So, in fairness, so they only paid the 2 mana, which means I do draw a card. I think I'm okay with this actually, which sounds really weird, but I'd rather draw this and get Binding of the Old Gods going. Like, yeah, I'm losing a lot of my enchantment focus, but my Ominous Seas is still doing something. So, like, they might just have another removal for it, in fairness, so I'd rather just do this. Okay, so I could play Ruined Crown and Banishing Light, so I'm going to start with Ruined Crown. That's going to possibly draw me a card and give me another play. I'm going to go get, search my library for Rune of Might. I mean, I'm still doing fun stuff with this deck. I have to get that. Oh, I got another Archon. I got a 3rd Archon? That's disgusting. I'm hoping that they don't kill my Alseid in response. That would be a little sad. Because I kind of want this life gain. Because they're pinging me slowly for life, which is annoying. But yeah, I expect them to win this, but... So he didn't draw the removal to deal with the 10/7 trampling double strike Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, that sounds about right based on what I was seeing with some tamer stuff. That is unfortunate, but what I can do is I could just do this in response, because then their Brazen Borrower goes to the graveyard. And I'm going to give it protection from blue. But yeah, then that goes to the graveyard, and I don't have another 3/1 to deal with. Oh, they have a Thieves Guild, yeah. Problem is, this is just, you know, rogue good stuff. Like, this is rogues, but flash style, like how it was early, so this is just how it's gonna be, you know? Like, they had the removal, you know? I don't think it would have made a difference if I went a different direction. Like, I went in knowing that I was definitely the underdog in that matchup, but I was just hoping that it worked out well. But I will take a 2/4 finish, because I got a 2/4. But yeah, I think we had a couple pop-off games for sure, so that was very good. They're apology for. I'm like, no, honestly, that deck did what it was supposed to do. I should have probably altered my deck a bit where it wasn't as bad. Like I probably should have played Selesnya enchantments. I'll be perfectly honest. There's enough removal between Elspeth and everything. Yeah, yeah. So like I'm actually kind of good. Let's. Yeah, 4/2. Yeah, 4/2 inch is very good K. I mean, depending on how things shake out, you still might be in the top 4. Because what? There's 5 people on 4/1, so there's a potential for, and because you're at the top of the 4. You're at the second of the 4/1s. The Boros beat you, which is already going to be above you. Let's see who else played. Let's see, Azorius midrange, Golgari midrange. Azorius midrange and Boggles are still going, and then where's the other one? The Golgari midrange did win, but they would be at 5/1. So we have Boros aggro above you, we have Golgari midrange above you. I think he'll still be top 4, possibly top 3. So, because it depends on. I mean, if the mono white boggles wins, I think you're top 3K based on tiebreakers at 4-2. Yeah, 4-2 should be at least tied for third place. I don't know how the tiebreakers if they work that, but if they're doing top 4, you're top 4. Like, I don't think there's a way. Yeah, there is no way for. Well, I guess other four. Oh wait, no. Other 4-2s can come up. So yeah, it's gonna be tied for third. It just depends on all the records. But I mean, yeah, it depends on how the games shake out. But very good finish, okay, honestly. Um, oh yeah. The a Magda with the pick. Oh, I love it. I honestly is something I expected to see a lot more in games, but it just didn't make it into normal standard. I say normal standard because I don't think we can call this as a standard meta event. Yeah, yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, and of course, Domo. We do stream, so this is maybe a good time to talk about it. So we do stream, currently 2 times a week. I'm looking for a date for a third, but schedule's been too irregular to kind of set a date, so it might just be I say screw it and just start streaming a third day at random points for bonus streams. I don't know. I'd like to stream more, just because I have a lot of things I want to do on stream. Like just randomly playing draft, for instance, on Arena or something. But currently, the schedules are that tomorrow, on every Sunday, without fail, we do a lazy Sunday afternoon, and it's afternoon for us, so it depends on where you are, but lazy Sunday afternoon programming. We currently are switching. I think the idea was that we were going to start the new Minecraft release this weekend on our realm. We usually have been doing Stardew Valley, but I do think we were going to start at Minecraft, which I have to work on after this, so that's why I'm thinking of wrapping up soon, just to go get that done and make sure it's all set up and ready. Then on Monday nights, I'd stream generally, and currently I'm doing Slime Rancher, I believe, I'm going to continue that. I did like that last week. I think it's a good laid-back kind of thing. It's generally very chill in my streams. If you haven't seen, we're kind of just laid back. I don't have a ton of schedule, that kind of direction. Other things I hope to stream soon. I do hope at some point to start my time at Porsche. I'm guessing that's going to be, if I start another stream, that's going to be one of the things that probably comes up more often. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it said thank you for the follow. It didn't go off, which is interesting. Let me try replaying it. Is there not... Wait, do we not have alert box on the screen? Oh, I need to fix that. 1 second. I will make sure it plays the song for you, Kay. I refuse for it not to play the song. One, because I want to hear the song. I like my follow notification too much. So 1 sec. Let me add in the alert box, because for some reason it's not on this page, which I'm very confused. So let me try this. Properties. Why is everything... Okay, it looks like it has the correct stuff. So let me go ahead and transition that in. And let's try it again. There we go. Sorry, I like that song too much, so I have to get your follow notification. So thank you so much for following, Kay. I do appreciate it. Thanks to Brobo, Planet Punk, Domo, Addison, like all of you. Thank you for hanging on. Yes, the song. Do you recognize the song? I'm actually curious. I'm always we put it as the song, and I'm not sure if people actually recognize where it comes from. I mean, I will say I will talk about it to make sure you go and check it out if you love music, especially if you love musicals or pop music or history, which is a weird combination, but it works really nicely. But that has to go off. We did not work. I was gonna say we worked too hard on making that a thing and making it just short enough where it's probably not gonna copyright strike. Okay, so this is a song that it sounds like a Eurovision song. That's not a bad guess. It's not South Pacific. Shockingly, South Pacific does not sound like that. No, so it's from the musical Six. It is a huge British thing. If you're from the States, you'll know Hamilton is a big thing. It's basically like Hamilton, but in Britain. It is opening on Broadway, I believe, in a couple months. I think September it's reopening. It unfortunately opened in March of 2020 on Broadway, which was not a good timing to open up any Broadway show. But it's called Six. It's basically based on the six wives of Henry VIII and them telling their own story, and it has a lot of word puns. So if you liked the deck names from this event, I recommend it. It has a lot of references to pop. So like one song sounds more, I hate to put it this way, sounds more Beyonce, one sounds more Rihanna, one sounds more Avril Lavigne, one sounds more Britney. But yeah, sounding like a Eurovision song is a very good guess because it's definitely, I mean, obviously British pop is going to feel very Eurovision just based on how influences go there. Highly recommend it. But that is from the song House of Holbein, which is basically a song. This is why we laugh about it. House of Holbein is basically a song of the girls. It's not even one of the wives like necessarily talking. It's prepping for one of the wives, but it's talking about how women tried, like basically got painted, but they did all these tricks to try and look like as pretty as possible, and it's just a very silly song, a very short song, and we love it, which is why we did that. And yes, there are actual air horns in it. We didn't add that. That's exactly the track from Six at near the end. One of the original, I don't know actually on the original actors. The one of the playwrights is a non-binary person. They identify as non-binary. They actually filled in as one of the queens when they absolutely needed it when understudies were out and everything. So like they are very cool. But yeah, it was basically two students at college that wrote this who were history and like English lit and music and everything combined, and it just became a huge phenomenon because it's pop music. Like it's gonna get stuck. It's it's the same reason that Hamilton in with its themes, caught on because it's themes that you see in pop, R&B, and rap. Like you see those themes, you've latched onto them from the music industry, so it feels familiar. I could go on this for a while. Let's be honest here. I could just talk about musicals all day. Like if you've been in other streams of mine, this is not weird for me just to randomly talk about musicals forever. But yes, yeah. I'm trying to remember what is their name, the playwright, but. Keep going. I mean, I do have other streams to keep going on, and I actually probably can go back in highlights and find a lot of me talking about musicals. I think for a while we just went on a rant of how Shrek is completely underrated as the musical. I mean, Shrek the movie is pretty good, but Shrek the musical did not get as much credit as it should have, especially compared to how much SpongeBob got, which SpongeBob rightfully deserved, but the timing of it, I think, didn't work out as well. There are some issues, obviously, with Shrek in terms of song stuff, but what have we also talked about? I know that I have, like, a thing. I went to NYU for playwriting. Oh, yeah, welcome home. Welcome home, Domo. This is definitely the street to talk about. Okay, where was it? I had a whole thing where... Well, that was my notes for what I wanted to make for a deck. Yeah, I don't know where they went. They're probably up somewhere, but basically, I had notes of... Like, oh, yeah, here we go. I have a lot of post-it notes, by the way, too. That's also a big thing. Oh, yeah, we've talked about how I need to check out Big Fish and the band's visit during streams. A regular here, Jax, who's not here currently, but Jax, who comes to stream, we talk about musicals a lot. So if that's your jam, you can't stop the shades. Now I'm curious. Oh, over here. Oh, got like this? Like, wait, what? This over here, my shades on my window, or I'm confused. I'm so lost, but I'm also tired, and I haven't drank. I didn't even finish this caffeine today because I was not paying attention. That means it was obviously a good day. That's all I gotta say. But no, Oh, you're playing each other. Oh, fair. Oh, you were talking about that. That's fair. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Skyclave shades. Yeah, that would do it. That would definitely and oh, what was the other black creature? Let me go ahead and check collection. Oh, not this. I had to jump back on screen. I know I was gonna close down the stream, but now I'm just too distracted. What was the It was a zombie. I want to say it was from Zen. Was it from M21 maybe? That might be what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, the Silver Smoke Ghoul. That's the thing I always think of. But yeah, Skyclave Shades are obviously scary, but I'm like, this is what I thought of right away when people were playing clerics. Is I was like, I mean, life gain. It's not a cleric, but it will keep coming back. That was the thing I thought of like right away in terms of the cleric deck kind of thing. But yeah, Skyclave Shade. Since I already have it up, might as well show. Oh, because they're not an M21. That's why I had my thing. These are Skyclave Shades. I actually had the pretty one for it, which is cool. But yeah, it keeps coming back when you can keep casting it when the land enters the battlefield, which means it's very good for sack decks. I forgot this one also existed too. I know people have talked about possibly playing around with this too. But yeah, definitely Skyclave Shade. Oh, Feed the Swarm is very good. Actually, Feed the Swarm is what I was afraid of because it's a very good removal spell, and so I presume people would play it, which means they'd hit my enchantments. And I was like, no, don't have enchantment removal, please. But yeah, I did have one person play Feed the Swarm against me during the day. That was the Tamer, the Boggles deck per se. Yeah, which rightfully so on that. But yeah, I should hop off because I should start preparing for tomorrow's stream a bit. But yeah, so if you do want to hang out, like I said, tomorrow afternoon, feel free to check Twitch because on the schedule it should be correct in terms of times, and that will go to your time zone wherever you are. And that will kind of be a good direction on that. But if you do want to check out more of our stuff, like I said, we're a little behind, so there isn't the last tournament stuff yet, but feel free to kind of check it out. Trygamers.com. You can see more of our content. You can see Commander decks. You can see Magic content that we put out, like articles and things, like Modern Horizons 2, if that's your jam. I put out an article. Is it good? I don't know. Is it entertaining? I like to think so. Also, feel free to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook if you're on any of those. Like I said, Twitter is mostly where we do a lot of our stuff, but Instagram and Facebook is great if you want to watch highlights when they come out, which we should be doing a lot of posting because we are like a month behind. Whoops. So I'm hoping to schedule all those posts, and you can start getting a lot of notifications from us on that. But thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, we had a lot of new friends. Kay, Domo, Robo. We had Edison and Planet Punk for a bit there as well. Thank you all for hanging out today. I really did appreciate it. It's always fun to play in the Gals' tournament. I would definitely say, like, it's... Sorry, I'm just checking. There's a lot of messages I'm behind on. Sorry, just checking stuff. Yeah, so I'd have to kind of jump on that a little bit, but honestly, yeah, thanks for being around. Thanks, appreciate it. Now, as we always like to close out, for those that haven't been here before, we do close out with some important messages. It's just that make sure to take care of yourself, take your meds that you need to do, drink the water, hydrate, all that good stuff. It's very important. Be kind. It's a rough time for everyone. We're all trying to just get through. So we started streaming to do that. So that's one way to do it, kind of thing. And make sure you put down your anxiety. You don't have to carry it all the time. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of anxiety around, and so make sure, especially in Pride Month, y'all are loved. Y'all are important. If you need to hear that from me, a random person on the internet, I will do it. So, thanks so much, and have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye bye.